a few more minutes before New Year's uh, start up. Oh boy, my clock isn't working. And I'm just here just to welcome New Year. I don't think I did it last year. One year I fell off. That was the year I did not do the New Year's club thing. The what is it called? The countdown and stuff. So I was kind of sad about that. And because I didn't do that, that's why I didn't make any videos and stuff. So, but it's all cool. Let me see. Got my computer here, and make sure I get the timing right so I can do the countdown. Got like 4 minutes, 3 and some minutes, but it's good. Next, this year's been really tough. But we all have to do what we have to do to survive, make things better. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm here on my hey, two people in the house. Hello, how are you? What's up? What's up, Ralph? I'm Ray from the US. All right. Hey, Ice Bean, how you doing, Ray? I hope you had a good winter vacation. Well, it's not like this whole rain is really started, but a good December, and I hope that in the year will be filled with a lot of things that you want to get done, a lot of money, and lots of happiness. And I got two people in the house. Thank you. If you have any questions or anything you guys want to talk about, just ask. I really don't have a what is that thing called? Thanks, man. I hope so. Okay, thank you very much. Uh, how can I say that? I really don't have any set things to talk about. Happy New Year, good health to you and yours, Prince Jim. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, did I invite you to the new Players Club? Still waiting on the Players Club. Oh, okay, let me do that right now. Well, as soon as my this thing gets charged up. Ooh, got 2 minutes. Oh boy. Let me see. Get on here and find a clock. Where is a clock on here? Okay. So I could do the time countdown. Let's see. Got a few minutes. Hold on. Okay. Okay, good. I got it. So we got a minute. It's all good. We're working on granted. Okay, good. What do you normally do for New Year's if it wasn't for I would not I'd be probably at the club right now. Actually I did get invited to go out. Recently I've been staying at home and stuff for whatever reason. And a friend of mine, he's from the Bay Area, and he asked me to go out with him tonight, but I was like so tired of this stuff. It is really cold out, so I was like, nah. Oh, we got 1 minute, 1 minute. But usually I hit up the clubs and stuff, so I used to do until that one year. But other than that, too much. Did you hear about Two Showverse? Yeah, somebody sent it to me. I didn't watch it all. I think I got like maybe an hour or 45 minutes to an hour left. That was nice. I liked it. What Too Short. Man, it's funny because some of the songs he sang and stuff. I was like, that's Japan, that's Japan. So yeah, it's it's really cool. Okay, so my family. Wait, hold on. Most still good countdown. Sido? Yes, no. Yes, no. Sorry about that. My family so Japanese. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everybody out there. Happy New Year. It's 2020. Thank you, Travis Shorts. Happy New Year, Ice Beam. 2020. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thanks so much for being here with me. I'm just really grateful. Because I haven't been really making videos and really going out doing like I used to doing stuff. And but when I do go on, I still have people showing up when you guys can actually be doing better things. So I really, really appreciate it. I really do. This year I was thinking about it's called Yeah. Okay, I remember you. As soon as you said your name, I got you. So how you doing? Let's see, you back at home? I think the last time we spoke, you said you're home. So that's all cool, man. Um, how you been? It was good to actually we and him met up in Nagoya. It was really interesting. I think I was a little spaced out when I was there. Oh, wow, that's good. Nice. Take some pictures and stuff. Write a book, publish it. Let me know. And I'll buy one for sure. I'll definitely do that. Okay, so let me get this done. So anyway, how can I say that? This year, what I'm thinking about, ooh, we I was thinking about going live every day at a certain time so I can what, what was that for? So I can get my partnership back. Because once I get my partnership back, there are some things that I want to do. Gee, wait, hold on. I gotta invite a friend. But it seems to me that you are not even in my not even a friend. So I gotta look that up. But anyway, what do you guys have planned? I'll commend you both for space. All of that. So I was claiming, wow, buy one free copy for you. Of course, I'll owe you my life. You're, well, let me see. You're trying to allow me to discover a different path to life. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I remember that conversation. I'm almost sure I made a video about it. Of course, I didn't name you, or if I did make a video about it, which probably I didn't, but I did discuss it um, with some friends and stuff. It was really interesting. You really do that. I'm not saying I'm going to talk on it here because I don't have your permission to that, but it was really how can I say that? Your story was really one of those not only motivating type of a video, but it was a learning video type of a learning experience. How the things we talked about, how you reacted to the things. So I can discuss that video. Very educational. You got my permission. Help others. Okay, let me see if I read that. You can't discuss that video. Very educational. You can't discuss that video very educationally. I guess you got my permission. Okay, so thank you for the permission. So well, I don't need to go through it, but it's really interesting how um we talk about the black communities. Oh, okay, thank you. We always talk about the black communities, and in America, and I'm almost sure it's everywhere, around the world, it's almost the same. But in America, you have these people who give advice and try to. I thank you everybody for the for joining, and thank you for the thumbs up. Really appreciate everything. But in the hood, you got those people who help give instructions, and then you have those people who not on the other side, but when they hear the things because of the way they view their world, then it's going to be a little different. Some of your 2020 videos were more educational. The root of them were communication. Yeah. Actually, okay, because communication is the very fundamental uh, base of everything. Learning is it's all communicative. I think that's the word. Um, Even when you're going out and talking to a woman, when you go for a job, when you're just sitting there thinking about yourself, you're still communicating with yourself about yourself, thinking about your past, discussing things in your mind. So the communication is very important. But even deeper than the communication, um, a lot of those videos were really about increasing your vocabulary in an undertone because vocabulary is very important. And the more vocabulary that you know, I would say that it's easier to just get along in life. And all it's like I said before, my videos. I think I forgot which videos that was. Your videos about maintaining sanity while married to Japanese women helped me through a lot. Thanks for those. They help. You're welcome. You're welcome. Matter of fact, wait, let me go through here to see if I even have you, because I did have you in here. I don't know why it's, yeah, Prince GMO. Well, I'm getting ready to send you a Prince. I'm getting ready to send you a tell me if you got it. Okay. Okay, just sent you a message saying hi and yo. And I sent you a Skype message like in November 30th of this year, but you didn't even look at it. Okay, so let me hear. Go to Players Club. And so anyway, basically the fundamentals of those videos. I haven't seen this guy in like 3 years. Hey, what's up, Zoe? Yes, but I guess you're talking about me. Yes, that's a long time. Let's see. Let me see if I okay. So, but basically, uh, uh, ah, you know what? Actually, I sent you a. I already sent. Wow, that's crazy. I sent you an invite already, and I think what happened is you didn't invite it, so maybe it just for some reason it went dead or something. Okay, that might be on my old phone that got lost. I'll mail you my new info. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Cool. Okay, cool. Thanks. So anyway, the bottom line of my communication is basically about vocabulary. Like I said in one of my videos like years ago, if you go into a deli or a cafe and you sit next to two investors and they're sitting there talking about, I mean, and they're talking in their how can you say that, professional terminology, but I'll just break it down. So if you understand, they're like, oh, something like, oh, the Bitcoin is about to go up. You should invest this money into this stock, that stock, this stock, and and all that stuff. But they're using this terminology that you don't understand exactly what they're talking about because they go into, different other kinds of vocabulary. And so if you don't understand the vocabulary, then their talk is just foreign. And a lot of times, because a lot of people don't understand the vocabulary, that foreign conversation becomes it agitates people and they get up. What are y'all talking about? They into noise and stuff when actually they could be talking about something that could literally make you rich. So if you understood the terminology while they're sitting there talking, you could be on your iPad or your iPhone and you could just be making all these business deals and stuff like that. Let's see. Happy New Year. Oh, it's really interesting because one of my ex-girlfriends who I dated, and then uh, uh, I'm jumping from subject to subject. But anyway, you could be on your iPad or your what is it, iPhone, listening to them making these money deals and making money, and so that's what the bottom line of my communication is. And then also, a lot of people really don't understand. Well, I won't say a lot of people understand these situations, but a lot of people really don't know how to get out of them. And communication is not just speaking with people, but it's also, thanks for the thumbs up and everything. Really appreciate it. Oh, if you can, hit the subscribe button. Later one day, I'll put in some information if you want to support me. Okay, let me jump on the support thing. I never really got into the Patreon and the PayPal and stuff when I was really going with my videos and stuff. I knew about it, that they can do that, and even when on YouTube they came out with that Snapchat something, I forgot what it's called. And actually, I was going to use it, so when I go live, people can actually send me donations and stuff. But to be honest, and I'll tell you the truth, the reason I made those "Do You Love Black Men" videos was it was not my idea, and it was because of something that a white guy wrote me. And um, if I'm repeating myself, you guys heard it. Okay, fine. But basically, he sent me a letter. I mean, a mail, because back then, you couldn't. you can send mail and stuff to people on YouTube. And it was pretty much saying thank you for this one video. And my he's white. My white friends went to Japan, said Japan was racist. That's why I never went there. I saw you with these three beautiful Japanese women in kimonos, a Japanese guy in a suit, and y'all laughing and having fun. And it was really a short video, probably less than 3 minutes, I think. And he said, and if you guys want, I can put it in here, but I might forget. But how can I say that? Um, So he said, thanks. He's going to come to Japan. Oh, and also he said, hey, if you're a black guy out there having fun, I definitely know I can have fun. you know, so I don't know where it is, because a lot of people, they use us as a benchmark. And if we could do it, then they can do it. Or if we could do it, they can try. If we can, because I guess depression or whatever, then, or because we look good at whatever we do or whatever it is, then they say, well, hey, I'm not going to be outdone by them. If they could do it, I'm human too. I could do it too. But of course, there's other reasons why people do that. And so that's what he did. So maybe about a couple of weeks later, I was thinking about that video, like, wow, that was really interesting. And it hit me. I was like, well, if he's white thinking like that, then how much more black people thinking like that? And actually, I was never told not to travel. Um, I did remember my mom, rest in peace, that I was going, I had a white family who were friends, and I'm not white family. I knew this white family, they were real friends who lived when we lived in Westwood on 644 Landfair Avenue. I still remember that address when I was in the sixth grade. Was soon when I moved from Detroit to Westwood. And one of my friends, his parents wanted me to go to France with them. And they said all I had to do was just bring money for souvenirs, otherwise they're going to pay everything. So my mom said no. It didn't have a negative effect on me at all. I always thought about it too, but you never know when you go out there, what was going to happen. Not saying anything bad was going to happen, but still. But I kind of thought about that, and um, I said, okay, well, let me go out here and you know, a lot of the black problems people have, we face and stuff. I really didn't have to go through that. So that's why maybe my videos were a little off. Maybe I wasn't as, I don't know what the word is, but more black than um, people probably would think I should have been or whatever. But I didn't grow up in that area. And during my learning days of school, I grew up in a rich white neighborhood, Westwood. This is where I lived, with school in Bel Air. I mean, yeah, Bel Air, Bellagio Road Elementary School. Hung out in Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica, just all these rich areas. And then from there, we moved to Inglewood for a few, few months actually. I wasn't there for a year. And then I what did I do? I Then we moved to Detroit, and we lived in a kind of the rich area in Detroit. Happy New Year. I lived in the rich. I'm got to send this mail real quick. Sorry. And we lived in the rich area of New York, like literally right across the street from some relatives of Barry Gordy. And when I was in Westwood, of course, if you watch my videos, I used to always hang out with his son Kennedy. And this other white guy named David Franklin. And actually, David Franklin was the one that introduced me to Kennedy, because I didn't remember at the school at all. Because at the school, I didn't get on with the blacks at all. It was crazy. But uh, what was I going to say? So when I started making those "Do You Love Black Men" videos, it wasn't a video saying black men travel because of you being oppressed or this or that. It was basically hey, what's up, 9 viewers? Thanks for the 6 likes. Um, it wasn't because of any oppression or anything, but I do know that a lot of parents hold their children back, and I said the reason I said, "Do you love black men?" is because love is just a gesture that it's just a gesture that's temporary. You walk down the street, ask somebody, I love you, yeah, but you ask somebody, like you, you know, do you love me or do you like me? Or do you think if you ask, do you like black men, they would say yes, just to be nice? Um, well, you have to understand that generally people don't naturally just hate. A hate is something that that people have to make a choice. Yo, happy New Year, bro. What's up, Nick in the house? Happy New Year, happy New Year. Hate is something that's taught, and like is something that affects your senses. And then love is just in your heart, in your soul, or it's just a character that you make in your mind. And so if they say they like you, sure, they might like black people, the way we dress, the way we look, the way we, or just because they just, some people just like people because, they just don't have any reason to hate or dislike. Yeah, I like you, okay, but I don't know you, so tell me about you. It's like I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about uh, like on my Facebook. I put this. I don't know if you guys have read it, but actually, I'm not always on my GSD50 JPN. They hate what they don't understand. Yes, and they hate what they don't understand, but it's not the person, and it's not every black person experience the exact same thing. It don't make a person less black if we love the story of OJ, but then more of us should love the lessons told still. Hey, brother. Okay, I have to look that up. Um, it's not a person. Um, it's not that they hate what they don't understand, because I think what we have to do is we have to go back and really think about a lot of these statements that we hear people just throwing out there. I understand the statement. I don't like this statement. I'm gonna talk against this statement, and it's not your statement, so don't get personally offended. Something else someone says, but people always say that uh, they hate what they don't understand. But a lot of people, there are just people out there who are just ignorant. There are people who out there who know that even though they don't understand it, that they should understand it, but they don't want to take the time to understand it. And then at the same time, if you watch my PDL videos, what is it called? What was it? Processing, encoding, delivery, execution, and override. Those are acronym PEDEO. I think there's like 6 videos and stuff. Um, Basically, every action that a person does, they create it first. No one does anything just to be doing it. You have to think about it. And if you don't believe me, if you're sitting down, then stand up right now, stand up without thinking about it. And I've done it with a lot of people, and they say, "Well, I can't stand up if I don't think about it." Have you finally made up with your okay boss dude that you make a lot of video that he just went missing from your banner? And the American chubby dude with the beard that used to talk gangster. Okay, you're talking about Angai Coco Boss. I'm jumping through. Me and him we were never enemies. I think one of my YouTube friends, okay, I'll tell you something. Most of the brothers that I meet out here, um, they come from these big cities and they've had a tough life. And they're really into the black movement, or I wouldn't say the black movement, but the consciousness or the problems and stuff. Every bit you get this question. Yes, a lot. Uh, so when they come out here, they bring all that stuff with them. So if you watch my videos, I always say when you come to Japan, wipe your slate clean. Everything that you know about Japan, just forget about it. Come here and create your own story. Because a lot of people come to Japan with somebody else's story, and then instead of making their own story, they use that, and that tends to get a lot of people in trouble and stuff like that. And I mean, and what I mean by trouble is not poor or anything like that, but a lot of uh, opportunities that present them daily, because daily we do get opportunities out here to do a lot of stuff because of the way they're thinking. then it's going to prevent them from taking that next step would be to communicate. And um, and so when I meet a lot of people, so when I met Guy Coco Boss, I met him a long time ago before we hung out. It was a really long time ago when I started coming to Osaka from Nagoya, I think it was. And he was walking down the street with some lady. And so I said, "Yo, what's up? How you doing?" He looked at me, Then I'm sure he thought I was weird just walking up because I always walk when I see brothers, I always say hi. And so we traded numbers, and that was it. And then I think I saw him in what's the thing called? In this club called excuse me, in this club called wait, hold on. In this club called Sunsplash. So we kind of chatted there, but I don't think we started hanging out until after I started making my videos. And then one of my videos, I said, if a woman says no to you, get on your knees, thank God, because that's about a billion problems or a million problems that you were saved from or you just avoided and stuff like that. So that's how me and him hook up. We did have a video. Somebody sent me a video when he was talking about online dating services or dating sites and stuff. And in one of my videos, a white guy said that Japanese were kokujos, which meant to him a woman. I think I forgot a woman who like black guys, or I forgot exactly what it was, but it was kind of like a negative term. In other words, so it was a racial remark from a white people saying that Japanese women who like black men, they call them kokujos. I guess the women, Japanese women who only like, hey, thanks, hey, people in the house. Japanese women who only like blacks. And I said, oh yeah, I like kokujos. And to me, it was um, how can you say that? Yep, in more than one way. Those 1980s stories of Japan we typically grow up with a very outdated. Uh, we. Wow, I timed you out. Oh my God. Sorry, man. Man, I can't believe this. I put you on. I put you on timeout by mistake. I'm so sorry. Every time I go to touch this stupid thing, that always happens. I've done it so many times. I'm like so sorry. No, no, no. Okay, okay. Let's see if I. Okay, I'm sorry. You gotta wait a few minutes. Just because I did that made you monitor. I'm a mediator, so I'm sorry. Um, I do that so much. But let me see what I was talking about. So anyway, the way he said Coco Joe, the white dude used it. I mean, however the white guy used it, I didn't care, But I think Angai Coco Boss used the negative term, and then when he said that, I said, yeah, something about it. I agree with him, but I use the same thing, but I use it in a nice way. Black women that love black men or something like that, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? So, so in that video, he said that I co-signed with the white dude, basically saying that I co-signed with him or I agreed to his racist statement. But um, you know how you have words, people going to use it one way, people going to use it another way. Yo, what's up? Oh, hey, how you doing? Ooh, long time. How you been? And Happy New Year, everybody. uh, how can I say? Um, so he said that. And so one of my YouTube viewers saw that video. Had my YouTube video friend, not told me about that video, I would have never watched it. Because at that time I wasn't really into watching videos so much, and because I was always just hitting the streets, just doing things and stuff. And so I sat and watched it, and I laughed. I thought it was so funny, So I made yeah, what is it called? Another video about my input. And but I don't know. I don't even know if he even watched it because a few years later, someone he contacted me and said someone said something about what he said something negative about me, and he wanted to clear it up and share. It wasn't that it was true, but maybe the person misquoted him or something like that. But me and Locke, we go way back. He always invites me to these parties and stuff. Been to his house a whole bunch of times. Um, we shared a lot of stories. I got to meet his father. Like I tell you guys in my videos, the unguy cocoa boss that you guys know, I don't know that one. I know the nice one, the real cool one. And I always used to tell him he should make videos, about that really this how can I say what's the word? That shows his real true character. He's really a cool guy, but when people watch these videos, I'm like, well, anyway, what I tell people is this: when he's with me, he's not like that, And so, so I don't hate him. He's cool. He went to New York, whatever. He came. He's here now, and we still talk. I don't hold grudges. I don't know why. Even like one time, I walked into my house and um, not my first wife, but my first second wife. She just got finished banging some dude. He's sitting there on the couch with his clothes on, and my second Japanese wife, I was at home, and she came home with some dude. I was come in. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because life, I done was able to go to the top, hang out with the rich people, see what they're doing, see how their kids were, made some money in Japan, and I'm just really a happy person. And I've been blessed. I got hit by a car when I was like 9 or 10. I should have been dead. I don't know how I survived that. Um, a lot of situations I've been in, which I didn't cause, but by the grace of God or whoever, um, I was able to just pass through. And the perfect example is uh, I went to a house party, got invited to a house party, hood pass in Gardena, they bloods. Went over there, some things popped off. My brother and this other guy who lives in the house and all this stuff. So next money, he know we was from Venice Crip neighborhood. So next money we were leaving because the mom, I went and asked her, could we stay in the house? Otherwise, we would have been having to walk from Gardena back to Venice. At what 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. That the chance of getting, surviving that travel is very rare. So she let us stay. So the next morning we went outside. Um, it was like 10 to 15 of those gangster guys out there in Bloods, and they stepped to us. I was tall, my brother's like this short, and they were all taller than me. Some yoked, some skinny, but they had these guns that looked like 3 car longs, length and sizes and stuff. And I sit there. And I went over the store. I'm not gonna go through it again, but basically what we had to do was they split. We're on the sidewalk. They made a line like a Soul Train dance line, and said, "Go ahead," And we walked through there, and I'm thinking we were going to get socked, at least shot or something, and nothing happened. We got on the bus, and after that, I was like, "Wow," And I got other stories. It's not what I really want to talk about here, but I've been really fortunate, in my life. So I don't hold grudges. And plus, one thing I know too is that when you're dating a woman, and I realized this when I was 17 years old, when uh, I was 17 and I had a girlfriend. She wasn't really my girlfriend, but we hung out, no sex and nothing like that. And she broke up with me. So I'm crying for like 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, I'm asking myself, why am I crying? And then because the homie said, that's what they did. That's what they do when their girlfriends cry. But they didn't tell me they cried not because they broke up, because they were in love. But I was never in love with her, So after 30 minutes crying, I'm like, why am I crying? I stopped and I said to myself, why am I crying? And then I got to thinking like, oh, okay. Now I understand this relationship between uh, men and women. The winning game is you just get in it and have fun, and you gotta love yourself more than you love her. And always remember, that love is not a bond between a man and a woman as far as like the way we think. Love is a it's a magnet that's in your mind and it attracts, and then you can take it off or somebody else will take it off. But it's only like a magnet. It's not like not tied or anything. It's just a magic that could just be, and that's it. So once I understood that, I was like, okay, fine. And then after that, I was like, cool. So I got married. It wasn't like I wanted to get married or anything. My life was just happy go lucky, and I don't know. I really didn't. I mean, I've had challenges and stuff, but they were like so simple things, and then the easy roads or the people just come open the door and say, "Hey, come with me." These girls, they'll open the door or whatever, and say, "Hey, be with me, and this is what you're gonna get." I turned that down to go for things more challenging. So anyway, all this means is this, that I don't hold grudges. Even my wife, she trips. A lot of people trip, but that's on them. And um, yeah, that's on them. I had a good life. I mean, my past is really good. Everything's good. So I don't hate. I don't have any quarrels with guy Cocoa Boss. Now we did used to get into some conversations about things, but it's just two men talking, and it's not worth fighting about. And then plus I'm older than he is, and I'm really older than a lot of people, even though I look younger, and I have a lot of patience. So I'll just listen to everything. So that's all. But anyway, jump back what I was saying to all the way back with Colt. Um, that was our conversation was pretty much about him. He asked me that he told me he wanted to get a job in Japan, and yeah, thanks to answer the question. Just wanted because used to enjoy videos with you and him. Oh yeah, I think the reason we stopped making videos was not because of that video or anything. I think he moved. Yeah, he moved, and uh, he moved to a place where we couldn't meet up, and so that's what happened. And then let's see. Yeah, I used to go visit him out there, but I don't know what happened. But I'm thinking it was just a natural thing. Let's see. Thanks for being back. You told me before he did you in a video before or something, I think. Yeah, he did. Let me see. He mentioned something that that was wrong, and we had to discuss it. And I told him, just because you might look at first, it's not really happening, but you might look at a person saying black people eat watermelon as a racist statement, but I'll look at it as watermelon is actually full of vitamins and um, melanin or whatever they say that's in it, and all it does is make us good. So if another person see another person eating healthy and they want to use it and then make it into a big racist thing, then they're idiots, you know. And so, and like I said in my other videos, I never really got into this racism thing, because the way I view it is different. I mean, after I never got into it because I never really knew about it, because, like I said, I was in my prime days of learning. I was in the white neighborhoods. Then when I went to Venice, I was 17. You know what? It was VF forever. Coco Jar. Everyone globally got her flavor like man too. Yeah, that ain't nothing to be upset about. Too many women in this world for that. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Jason? Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Right, I got you. Thanks for the clarification. So, yeah. So anyway, so when me and Colt was having the conversation, he said that Happy New Year, Stefan. What's up, man? We need to hang out. Hang out. Are you at home? Anyway, that was Sly Funk. He was in my videos recently, so he real cool dude from Africa. Real cool dude. Um, so what happened? We were discussing a later a interview that he was going to have. Yeah, I'm at home. Cool, cool. I'm at home too. Uh, so we were discussing a what was that thing called? An interview that he was going to have with a company. And so because at that time, Happy New Year, Nicholas. Is that Fro? I think that's Fro. What's up? What's up? Uh, and all you guys, if you want to join my what is that called? I got a new players New Year's Eve here. Yeah, I know. If you guys want to join my Players Club, let me know. Send me a message at I'll download the Line app GS35JPN is my what is that thing called? My Line ID. If you have problems, just hit me up at GS350JPN at gmail.com, and then I could just send you a code where you can hook up and stuff. Because I had one before, like 75 people, and I got some people in there that don't like me, so they kicked me out the group, and no one's adding me back. So I'm like, forget it, because I could just make another one. But but oh, so anyway, we were talking, and at that time, a lot of people were saying that the white people were racist and stuff like that, and I think I knew the school, and so I told them, hey, this is what you do, and I'm saying like, here, this is what you do. He said, well, you don't have to tell me that because I already know. And I said, yeah, but you don't know the situation because you're not here. And he was like, well, I'm not a child. I understand that. And I said, yeah, I know, but can you just be serious? That's the we need. It's two brothers beefing over some BS. I am always good to hear y'all cool. The collab videos for yeah. That was never. I think that conversation that we had was he made the video in the year 0 BC. Somebody sent me the video of it in 0 AD, and then I made the video maybe 50 AD, and then in the year 2000 AD, he sent me a message saying something about something that he didn't know, and we don't have any beef. And then in the year 1550,000 TC, whatever next year is going to be, then I started laughing. I'm like, yo, man, that's like, you know me. I don't care about that. Say you could walk over to me and say, hey, I got a billion women, and you got none, and I will laugh and say, hey, more power to you. And that was it. And we talked because he came back and stuff. And we were talking, and he came back. He said, hey, come to the airport and pick me up in Tokyo. I was like, okay, cool. And I mean, if you want to say, how we feel, it was recently this year. Hey, I'm in Tokyo. Now when I fly to Tokyo, I'm gonna get there. Can you come pick me up? I'm like, sure. I'm in, Wakayama, drive to Tokyo, pick him up, and bring him back. So we don't have any beef or anything like that. But anyway, I'm talking, and I think I kind of messed up. I think because it's. But anyway, so I said, just do this. He was like, well, I understand you ain't got to tell me that. And I said, listen, just be serious just for 5 minutes. And basically, I told him, don't laugh at any jokes. Stay professional. If you make a joke, I don't know, about black eyed peas or whatever, it don't matter. Don't change. And, and he was saying, I just got angry. I said, man, just 5 minutes, you know. He did what I said, and usually they had 3 interviews from what he's telling me. You get one interview, they'll call you back. Yes, you did. And I said, he got one. He told me it's supposed to be three: one initial, then this one, and then a final. And so, because he was serious, it then would make it so insulting. And we never discussed it, but if we did, I don't remember. But it wasn't that long. The guy who gave the interview actually was like second in charge or something, and he's dressed like me. Didn't even have a suit, a jacket on, a tie on, or nothing. So his I mean, if you want to just say it, his intentions were not to take Colt, who is a black man, take him serious for the interview. But because Colt was maintained his integrity and he was mature, Yeah, very informative. He was the principal. Ah, yeah, he was. Okay, the principal. And he was like uh Colt just maintained everything, and the guy's doing whatever. And I guess I don't know, maybe Colt has some magical powers because he told me that the dude said, "Hey, wait a minute," and he went. Dude put on his tie, his his jacket, and said, "Hey, let's do this interview over again." And I was like, "Oh my god!" He told me, I was like, and I mean, I know in my life I really haven't been told blatant racism or discrimination. And let me describe it. Let me give you my theories of this. First, racism. White racism to me is just a movement where white people are trying to protect their DNA. LOL, my heart was pouncing. I'm bad. To reach in there and grab him. Um, but racism that we know of now is just a way to keep. It's just a system that white people have created to keep white men created to keep their sperm active. If you read a little bit of history, like Genghis Khan was going through Europe, and he was going right over to where they were, and he was going to kill them all off. Uh, the beginning of our slavery was the end of their slavery. Uh, when the Sultan and the blacks and the Moors who were ruling Spain and all that stuff, Grenada and all that stuff. The brother was jealous. He was the king. The brother, he was jealous. So the king of Spain went and said, "Hey, you help me fight your brother." Then that yeah, that happened in my interview, and she could. Wow, they sent one black executive to, oops, to in the office to talk good to me. I was like, 10 minutes later, straight up, he straightened up, and I got the job. Oh, nice! Congratulations, congratulations. That's funny talk. And so race, and then so what happened was the king went to the brother and said, "Hey, if you help me defeat your brother, I'll give you any land you want." But at that time, the brother he should have killed the king for telling him, suggesting him to fight his own family. But he did. They fought, and then they decimated each other to the point where the king actually just walked in. It wasn't that much battle they had to do. They walked in because before that, the Spanish king's army had yeah, congratulations. The Spanish king's army could not touch the black army, and had the brother refused, all of us would not be here. United States would not be here as of now. And so the racism on white people have always, since their existence, they've always been under uh, this umbrella of being um, exterminated, I guess. Or I wouldn't say exterminated, that's a bad word. Uh, for their DNA to be uh, what's that word? What's that word? Extinct or something like that. And so, in order for them to keep their DNA alive, their white women and a white man have to be with each other. And and we all know this, white person with somebody else, their kid are no longer white; they're a person of color. The same thing with a white woman and stuff like that. So that's what the racism we're going through. Also, I recently talked to a friend, and I was saying like a lot of people are mad at white people for the wrong reason. I think it is they're mad because they think the white people came and defeated us. White people didn't come and defeat us. That wasn't how they got in power. They used divide and conquer because that was the only way they were going to be able to win. Had Genghis Khan's parents or grandfather, something like that, didn't get sick, he would have wiped them out. So literally, they're under a survival mode, you know, and so that's what that was all about. And prejudice in what's the other word? Discrimination, and yeah, I think those are the other two. All those are, I think they should be synonyms, you know. And it's just that we all we discriminate, between something that looks good and something that looks bad. We have our prejudices between something that look good and something look bad. So I don't, to me, I don't necessarily look at them as a bad word, but the contents or the actions that's involved in them, I can understand that. So they'll stop you because you're black. You know, somebody do something because you're black and all of that stuff. That is, I wouldn't. I personally don't like to put them under racism or um, prejudice or discrimination because it takes away, it gives them power where they don't have power, and it makes you weaker where you're not weaker. And then when you try, and then also it gives you false information. And then when you try to take that defeated or use it against them, then it's like bringing how can I say, bringing a pencil to a no, not pencil. It's like how can I say that? It's like going to a vegetable shop and ordering a steak. All it's going to do is just cause problems for you. So that's the way I look at it. People are going to do what they want to do because most of the time, like I said, you can't do anything without thinking about it first. Again, for all the 8 people in here, if you're sitting down, stand up without thinking about it. Just do it. And if you do it, let me know. If you don't do it, it's fine. Up 7 people now. But if you stand up, then you thought about it. But if you can't think about it, you can't do it. So the problem isn't that we shouldn't be. Thank you, 8 people in the house. The problem is not they're being prejudiced to us, which that is a problem, and we have to situate it. But what we have to do is we have to understand that if you want to tell them, appreciate that's why I love this child. Oh, gee, didn't tell no lies. He, oops, there I go again. No lies. OG didn't tell no lies, and it's the concept for perpetual on life. They're not solely about busting cheeks. Got some jobs. Okay, cool, for real. And so when you look at it and say, okay, this person said something racist to me, not because he's a racism, but he had an idea, an image, and then in my video, it's a PDF video that I say he released his what is that thing? Okay, I'll get back to that. And so you release your hormones to make your idea animated, and then you send it to your body to actually do it. And a lot of times, like when I was doing my deal, like being videos and stuff, this one dude called me the N word, and I just laughed and I said, "Thank you." And he said, "But I called you N word. Why are you thanking me?" I said, "Oh, because you don't know the real meaning of the word, the N word." And he said, "Yeah, it means." I'm like, "No, if you go back, it just means rulers, kings, and stuff." And that's the way they used it in Egypt. And then the Romans, after they defeated them, they started mocking the names. It's like you walk over to a white guy and say, "Hey, what's up? Hey, white man, what's up?" And he'll get offended. But when in the pride, we're white men, a white man, number one. So it's like, so it's like one of those things. And me and him just get into a lot. And basically, I just let him, I just entertain him, just have the conversation and stuff. And then when I get tired, then I throw that on him. And then after that, we were talking and the N word stopped. And I guess eventually he realized that he, his engagement with me was based on his thoughts. And because he understood what the word nigga means, which, they have different variants, Ralph, Raphael, and stuff like that, still the same. Um, Eventually he just stopped. When I made my videos again, he just stopped commenting on them. He probably watched them, but he just stopped commenting on them. So anyway, to uh yeah, yeah, I remember that too. That was real cool. I still remember that night. That was so cool. But I was just blown away that you were speaking Portuguese. I was like, whoa, a dude from England speaking Portuguese. But I mean, but then later, which is I just realized that you're right there where Portugal is. So it would be natural for you to understand it. But I'm all the way over here in American. That is one of those typical American, uh, typical Black American views of Black men speaking Portugal. Yeah, yeah, with the Brazilian woman. Yeah, that was that was crazy. But my daughter, she speaks Portugal and fluent Spanish. But anyway, so to get back to this his story, uh, the dude put the suit on. They continued the conversation. The guy called was wait, let me see this. Is travel shortcuts. He maintained his professionalism, and those three interviews turned into one, and he got the job just like that. You know, and and not only did he get the job, yeah, she's really smart. Oh, my daughter's so beautiful. It's a trip. She sent me some pictures of her, like, wow, how can I have a baby like you? But anyway, uh, not only did he get the job, but he was so good at what he was doing that they pretty much spoiled him, and from what he was saying, and um, yeah, it was interesting. I got to put my little special thing in there. Yeah, I'm bragging, quote quote. He asked me one day for a project. He had to do a project and he couldn't think of one. So I told him to teach the kids how to graph. That's geometry, right? All right, graph is calculus, right? And so he was like, "How do you do that?" And so I showed him what to do. You do you make a picture, but make sure they go on each of the, x equals one, one, three, five, whatever. They gave me a very good package, and even I got paid more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome, awesome. And I told him what to do. To, have a picture, teach the kids how to graph, and he did it. He said that it was so good that people were really impressed. Happy New Year, Taha, Taha. Where are you from? That's cool. 10 people in the house. I'm like so excited. Uh, so yeah, so that's what happened, and he told me that when he did that, Algeria. Oh, wow, that's so cool. Nice, nice. If you have any questions, Dean, let me know. And how long have you been watching my videos? I'm sure probably a long time now. How are things going to Wakayama? Wakayama's cool. The COVID and stuff isn't really that bad, but I hear somebody nearby got it, but everybody was good. 6 months. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. How did you find my channel, if you don't mind me asking? And yeah, everything is fine. Everything's cool. I haven't really heard of anything major. People still, doing their things and stuff, wearing masks and still going shopping and stuff like that. So, but I haven't really been getting out, doing how I used to get out before because it's cold and I don't know, just been doing other things. Uh, the Tokyo Sam. Oh, okay, yeah, he's me and him really were like real cool. Me and him like real cool. He hit me up because of my videos, and we became really good friends. Really good friends. He got his ways. People got their ways. And it's all cool. But he's he hella funny, man. He hella funny. But so anyway, he got the job, and like you said, he got the package and everything. So that was, I mean, just imagine, had he not just been serious when I said, "Can you?" I'm like, we going through it, and I got so frustrated. I was like, "Man, can you just be serious for 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes. That's all." Yeah, he's nice buddy. Yeah, he's real cool. And for that, not that 5 minutes of being serious, boy, the stories, whew, man, things turned out well. But anyway, you know, 5 minutes. And it was funny because when he told me everything, I was like, whoa, whoa, because I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting. Basically, I just told him, um, I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, yeah, it was like, uh, I wasn't expecting it. 5 minutes and the things he told me, I was like, wow, just with just being 5 minutes. You should write a book called 5 Minutes to talk about your story. 'Cause, oh man, I mean, it's such an amazing story. It's like, wow. I mean, he could actually make a mini series out of that. It's like really cool. But anyway, let's see what else I was talking about. I used to have really good memory. I know I was talking about some other stuff. Oh, so get back to communication of women and all that stuff. Um, when I started making my Do You Love Black Men videos, basically, and I'm jumping back to about the purpose of them was not to get brothers to come to Japan and talk to Japanese women. It was just to get them to travel and don't believe the hype, that you hear that no one likes black people around the world. That's not it's I mean, people might not like you, that's not true, but I mean that could be true. But what's not true is everyone in the country is going to dislike you, and that's not true. And when you go, when you're a visitor in other people's countries, a lot of people, especially, and if you don't go, it just depends, I guess. But I'm thinking that you're a visitor in other people's countries, that they're going to, how can I say that? They're going to entertain you or be curious about uh, your culture and who you are. And it's like a sad thing too. Out here in Japan, you get a lot of blacks from from all over the world coming here, and a little kid, touch a sister's behind, and she'll get upset, or hair, or they touch my butt. And I mean, kids gonna touch. They just see something different. They're gonna, and I'm like, stop. But I don't get upset. The legendary "Do You Love Black Men" videos, while I saved a lot of lives, gave many people of color like myself hope. Let's see. Yeah, that's what. Uh. Yeah, a lot of people told me that. Like I said, I was just saying like, hey, just get out and travel. Don't get stuck in, at home and stuff. And that was it. But I was never expecting it to blow up like it did. Like I said, I was before when I was talking almost an hour ago. Uh, the reason I didn't pursue monetary is because it was something. It was just, I thought about it. I really did thought about it, and I was like, no, because the intentions of my videos were to help people and not to collect money for my help. So I didn't do that. Now I want to start, just putting it up just in case, because actually a lot of people and a lot of people back then did tell me to do donations, even to Tokyo Sam. He told me about the Patreon, and I looked on it and stuff, but I didn't really quite understand it. The reason I didn't understand it because I didn't take the time to actually read it. When that thing came on for when you're a partner, you can do the live chat and people can send you donations and stuff. And I didn't really take the time to read that. And so a lot of failures in my life, actually, it's not because of how people treated me. It was just I just didn't take the time to read, and instead of entertaining that subject or that situation, I just decided to move on. And by moving me on, led me here. So, but I do have regrets. Like when I was in the military, God told me to leave my personal information file about this thick, 6 years. No joke, it was this thick. It was a lot of paper. He told me to leave it in my apartment because I was going to go talk to the captain. Had I did that, I would have not got kicked out the military, and this would have never happened. So, it's a lot of things I always think about in my past. What would have, especially when that Thai, the girl in Tibet who was rich, she what did she do? She wanted to marry me. Like why do you want to marry me? You know, and but it was because I think I made a video the other day. I didn't load it up yet, and basically I was saying um, in my life, and it hit me. It just hit me the other day. I realized that when a person comes to you and they want to do things for you, it's not because of they like you or anything. It's not a basic thing. It's like you have some people who are at the top. That means they're successful, and they're at more of a visual vantage point than you are. So like when this one lady from Persia, when I was in SMC, San Marcos Community College, she came, wanted to me to help her with her psychology and class. I didn't even took psychology. I didn't know anything about psychology, you know. And she said, it doesn't matter, you smart. But I'm here. Sorry, I'm here and she's here. She was working in the bank or some high position or something in the bank. And what she did was she saw my my body. She even said that she was asking people around campus about me. I'm like, I don't know anybody on the campus who knows me, but maybe the people in the class and everything. So she realized that I had the intelligence, the patience, the body type, and everything to exceed to her level or higher once given the opportunity. And I didn't see that. I wasn't thinking that. I'm just thinking like, you know, she looked okay and everything, but I just wasn't interested. Hey, hello, new viewer. Thumbs up. Just appreciate it. Really like it. Really like that. Appreciate it. Any new subs people come in, then hit the subscribe notification buttons. But anyway, so I'm here. She's here. So basically, if I would have joined her, then I would have been able to move up because of the opportunities that she would have shared to me, like what I did with Call, just, you know, something simple, just be serious for 5 minutes and look, oh my God, if you guys knew his story, it's like, you're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And the girl from Tibet, she was rich, she was here, but she understood. Happy New Year's, bro. What's up? Market's in the house. Happy New Year. And she was up here. She already had that money and everything. She already told her father she wanted to marry me, and he said, okay, and they'll pay for my education, they'll pay for me to start a business, anything I want. But because she saw how smart I was, and at that school, there's a lot of people there, a lot of blacks and whoever else was there, but she chose me, and I really don't understand why. But had I got with her, you know, I've probably been a billionaire by now. And not, because I'm smart and everything, but also with the opportunities that I would have had with her, because all I would have had to do is just sit, listen to her, listen to her father, get more education. Then I would have probably, if they got that much money, I'm sure their own business. I've probably been on the board, did my own little thing. And it was just, just all that was there. So when I was making the video the other day, I didn't load up. I'll load up soon, hopefully, because I always forget. Um, Basically, when a person comes to you, and if they got money and they want to talk to you, it's not because you're black or it's not because you're poor or you're tall or anything like that. It's they're here on a mountain and they get to see all this stuff below you. They get to see all this and you're here and they see your potential. And all they have to do is just come down there and say, as you are here, come to this meeting, do this, do that. And they'll be right there holding your hand. And then bam, you'll be at the top, you know. And it's like Jordan, if you would have watched the last what's the name of that thing? The Last Dance. The shoe company guy said, um, Jordan wanted to be with another company and not Nike. He went there and you know, I guess it was because it was a white guy that was representing Jordan and the guy who was with Nike was a black guy. And so I guess the white guy had the power to do whatever he did, said what he did. They gave Jordan all the money, you know, uh, by contract, and it was supposed to be for so many years, but that money came in within the first year. And a lot of people say what it was it was like this. This is a Thai girl. This is the manager. This is Michael Jordan, just like I was saying. He saw the potential that Michael Jordan could produce because of the way he played. Now, Michael may not have seen it, but he saw it. So then, because Michael wanted to do something else, according to the final dance, but his mom said, "Hey, just go listen." And then, I guess Michael just did everything, and 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 follow directions or whatever, or because of his talent, and he was just with, because there's a lot of people out there talented, but if you don't have the people that's above you that's seeing everything, and the people that's down here to help you move up, you're not going to move up. You know what I'm saying? You're not, and just like in court case, it's not, I just told him just to be serious. If he's not going to, because I wasn't expecting him to get the job. You know what I'm saying? And because they hire people from here a lot of times faster than they do with people overseas. But because uh, I don't know if I told him that, but that's what I was just thinking. But I don't know if I told him that or not. But I told him my thing was, if you're serious, and if this guy insults you or don't give you the due respect that he should be doing as a professional, then at least you know that you did everything you were supposed to do, and then the reason it didn't work out was because of him. And whether you want to call it racism or not, it doesn't matter. The whole thing is you always have to keep that peace and that balance within you. And so that's why I just said for 5 minutes, because like we were talking, and I was saying this and he was saying, I ain't gonna lie, we were doing this the whole conversation. I'm sitting here going like, why am I wasting my time? But God was like, or whoever just said, no, just keep going. And so that's why I just said, man, just 5 minutes, man. Just 5 minutes, because I'm here and he's here. Now he's here, based on the conversation, he's here. I mean, of course I'm up too, but I mean, based on his life, now he's here. You know what I'm saying? And now he's my teacher, because he he taught me a lot, after, his things and stuff like that. But so when a person comes to you, you know, or they're at a higher, they got more money than you and stuff, it's not because I think in the black neighborhoods, in the black communities, I'm sure it happens in the white neighborhood communities too, but we tend to run from people who have money and who want to help us. But uh, people don't know how you think. People don't know what you think, who you are, whatever. They just saw, like, they saw a potential, like in the Last Dance. They saw the potential, and Michael Jordan just did what he did naturally, and all that money came. And a lot of people make a lot of money, and they end up broke. But you know, evidently he paid attention, and so Colt did the same thing. And so basically, when I sent him out my videos, is I made those videos, and then once I made because actually my videos weren't supposed to be about that. They're supposed to be my life in Japan. Do You Love Black Men has nothing to do with my life in Japan, and a lot of videos after that, because I already understood that. I just wanted to talk about, the fun I was having out here and stuff, because of the videos that I saw before of how people were talking about how racist Japan is. But Japan is not racist as far as it is in the United States, because Japan is not trying to preserve its is not trying to preserve, they're not on the point of being extinct. Now they need to get their population up for the country and all of that stuff. But this is a big world, you know what I'm saying? And it's a big world, and it's a lot, it's not overpopulated or nothing. It's just things are mismanaged. But uh yeah, my videos were just supposed to be about my life. So once I started making those, then people started coming to me, and then that's where all these other videos started popping up. People asking me these questions, and I'm like, whoa, and this and that, and all these phone calls. So, just because of, like I said, the reason I didn't make money, didn't start asking for money or donations, is because that was not my idea. That was something that was inspired by a white guy. And that's why I always tell a lot of brothers, uh, you're welcome, yeah. That's why I tell a lot of brothers in my videos that when white people come in, to my videos because I always say in a lot of my videos, particularly black men videos or whatever, these videos are for black men, but they apply to everyone. And when white people come in and start saying something, the bros get upset, and I have to jump in and say, "Hey, don't do that because these black men videos." Hello, everybody in the house. What's up? Happy New Year. Let's all, try to make some plans to see what we could do to increase our income this year by an extra $500. Okay. Um, so, um, and so what I tell them is I say, hey, don't get on this white dude's case because the Do You Love Black Men videos were not inspired by me. I didn't think about it, and it took about 2 weeks. Or 2 months, I forgot how long it was before I even decided to do it. And how can I say that? It was a white person, male, that inspired me to make those videos. So people say, "Oh, thank you for making the videos," but I have to be real and I say, it wasn't because of me. If it was because of me, I wouldn't have made them. Because um, because I already knew what the backlash of it was going to be, and the the what it was going to cause a lot of black people to go out and start doing things and stuff. And God told me to make them, but I wasn't expecting that. And then once I made the videos, then brothers were talking about they want to come over, but before they come over, I mean, they don't know how the Japanese women are. And so then I had to make a mad rush to tell these guys how these Japanese women are. And then I wasn't saying them properly. So then that's when I started thinking about Too Short songs. And I said, okay, listen to his songs before you come over, you know. And then, I just started talking about different aspects of um, coming over, before you come over, get a degree. Some guys say, well, I don't like school. And I like what school is all about: vocabulary, boom, boom, communication, vocabulary. This is how you study. This is how you study math. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And played great tissue. Yeah, yeah. And um, those videos, jumping from America, whatever country you're in, as a black man, a white man, whoever, to jump into Japan only because I made those videos. I only My videos only talked about this. The Do You Love Black Men videos was talking about from this point to this point, from your destined point of location to Japan, but didn't talk about any of this other stuff. So I had to make them. My videos had they were like it was a mad rush to make that bridge. That bridge that you have to cross. And it was tough, man. And a lot of these guys come over here, and I'm gonna tell you, Colt is a hella cool brother. Yeah, hella cool. And but there was a lot of other brothers who didn't want to be serious for 5 minutes, and they came over here, and things happen, and you know I don't know. I was like, wow, I hear these stories, and I'm like, wow. I was thinking about, did I make a mistake? you know, and so, and that's another thing. I'm glad I didn't take money at that time, because, but people did offer to send me money. And I think one dude even offered to send me 3,000. I said, nah, keep that money. I told him, go to school. This is what you do. He did it. Dude became a millionaire. Couldn't believe. Call me back 3, 4 years later, I'm a millionaire. I'm like, whoa, what happened? I did what you said. I'm like, I need to start following my own directions, my own instructions. But I think another thing too, a lot of guys really don't realize is that when a person looks at you and no one knows who you are, you know who you are, but no one knows who you are until you tell them or open your mouth and create a different image. And um, to advance in life, the easiest way is just to listen to follow directions. If somebody's here and they say, hey, I like you, I want you to be like me, then just listen, because people say talk is cheap. Actions speaks louder than words. But what they don't tell you is their words that you hear, but it's your actions that you have to do. And it's harder to act than it is to speak. People, they don't understand that. Somebody said, it's like, oh, you can go to school. Yeah, well, it's easier to say that than to do it. Oh yeah, well, he's just saying that, but what is he gonna do for me? Well, we're saying is talking his instructions. It paints a picture, commands or describes something or whatever, and people don't understand when somebody's here and they'll say something and you grumble. It's not their fault because you're grumbling. You're grumbling because you don't want to take the time to open up your iPod. Ah, they're not even hitting my ears. So it's like, here's my headphones, and you see this, you're like, I don't feel like doing it. But all you do is just take the time, because one thing is when you're studying, you start to listen to music or something that's going to create some motivation going through your body, because vibrations shakes the body, shaking bodies put pressure on glands release hormones, make people horny people are happy, it makes you happy, gets you excited and all that stuff. And if it's a woman, they'll reach out and grab the closest guy to them. And so, bam, here you go. And this is the work that you have to do. But when it was in a mess and people look at it, they're like, oh, I don't want to go through that. And they'll go to something else. But all this do is just take a little time and, like in just a little motivation. But what is motivation? All right. Whoever could tell me my definition of what motivation is, then I will send you. You can hit me up on what's that thing called? On PayPal. I'll tell you what it is. And wait, hold on. Dang, I better hurry up before I forget. Before I forget my own. Oh man, it's that crazy thing. I can't even find my clock. Wow. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the test. Motivation. What is motivation? Got 3 minutes. And if you do it, then send me a request. Okay, ready? Start. 3 minutes. Wow. And if you could type in the my answer, then or what motivation is, then I'll give you my PayPal thing. You can send a request and I'll send you $5. I like these contest things. Oh, I got my earphones on, so you guys gotta hold this. But anyway, yeah, it's that motivation, and a lot of people really don't know what motivation is. And how can I say that? They don't really know what motivation is. It's when they're trying to do something and they don't know how to they don't really know what to do to motivate themselves and what the purpose of motivation is. So it's really interesting. Well, I've been on here for 1 hour 20 minutes. So any more questions? Anybody have any questions or anything? 'Cause I'm trying to think anything else to talk about. Wait, what time is it? Oh yeah, you guys got your own things to do. What time is it? Oh, it's 1 p.m. in New York or somewhere. 12 p.m. Oh, wait. You guys have your own Happy New Year's thing there. Oh, wow. Let me check it out. World clock, New York. Oh, okay. You guys got another few minutes. 11, sunrise. Oh, no, it's 11. It's still in the morning, I guess. I always have problems when I'm trying to convert these times and stuff because I got it on 24-hour and I should have it on a regular one, but it's all cool. Okay, so another minute or so. But yeah, so my videos and stuff, it was a mad dash to fill in and make that bridge and stuff. And it's I talk to a lot of brothers, and they come over here and they just get caught up, and I don't know, it's like this one bro told me, I mean, one white guy told me, you know, he said that his wife, in the whole time, 40 years they were married, never told him she loved him. And I'm like, wow, you know. And he's been here longer than I have. So yeah, I just had to make a mad dash to film it. But yeah, like you said, Carl, the videos did help a lot of bros, um, and stuff, and that's good, for them that they were able to take it, utilize it in a positive way, and actually it helped a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people. So, but anyway, so what you guys plan to do for the next new year? I guess a lot of people.
Oh, has anyone on here? Oh my God. Did you guys hear me? Move to iPhone. I'm doing all this talking, and I wonder if my phone went, if it was. Well, play great attention. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh man, I think I'm on my iPod and I think it switched over to here, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Oh man, that would be so messed up. Hmm. Anyway, I'm back. I keep forgetting about that. Got my iPlugs. My iPod's hooked up to all my devices and stuff. So hopefully you guys were able to hear me. Oh my God, that would be so sad if you couldn't hear me. Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, okay, good, good. Oh, Ice Beam in the house. So you guys have any questions? Cause I'm always seem like I'm always talking about the same thing. Uh, let's see, anything new? Nothing's new in my life. Oh, I'm still talking. All the same talk I did. I'm doing all this talking and haven't really completed anything. This year I was supposed to make. I had plans to make $200,000 with my English thing, but COVID came in and messed that all up. So I don't know how. Well, anyway, I'm still trying to go do it, but it's not going to be as easy as I was going to do it. Had I planned to do it and stuff. So, and that's about it. Just got a few days to relax. I don't start working until maybe next Tuesday, I think. Maybe Monday I might have a job. I got a new student. That was real cool. One of my students who I've been teaching English since she was 3 years old recommended her boss to learn English from me. So he called me and he was like, uh, she told me you're a good teacher and everything and blah, blah, blah. And he said, I could pay you $200 a month. I was like, okay, I'll take 200. He's like, okay. And, it's real cool. But my English, like I said before, I got this awesome English lesson. It's just so awesome, you know. And it's fast. I mean, it really is fast. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm sitting here all relaxed. I need to sit up. Oh, so what I was gonna talk about was last year I had a student. He is one of my son's friends' little brother. He was in the first grade, and Japanese kid. So they come to my house for a lesson. Hello, new viewer, or if you're the same viewer, thank you. And he come to my house for a lesson. Kind of nice kid, a little shy. But this kid broke all my records. I'm not joking. He broke my records. This kid passed my phonics test in 2 months. The quickest before that was 12 weeks. He did it in 2 months. The 12 weeks was at a nursery school, and there's one boy, and it's 4 weeks, 4 times a month. This kid only comes 3 times a month. Has only had 3 lessons. But hello, viewers, thanks for the thumbs up. He only has three. What's the thing called? Um, he only comes for 3 weeks. So literally in 6 weeks, this guy passed my phonics test. And then once they pass the phonics test, then take them to the reading. So they do the reading. He just breezed through that. I think 3 or 4, whatever. And then I just started teaching him how to speak. And this kid is I think it was like by the sixth word, because I got this real cool, I mean this real cool program and the way to do it, and it's just too easy. I mean, it's so easy. I've had uh, this one lady, I think it was in my other videos. I'm gonna load up. I need to load it up. But me and a friend was at Starbucks out here, and her daughter was next to us. The mother was really beautiful. The daughter was pretty too. But I think the mother was more beautiful. Of course, she was an adult woman body and everything. And so we all started talking, and she was saying how she couldn't really speak English, but her English was good enough. So I said, well, I can help you improve. And she said, well, how much? I said, well, I have adult lesson one 4 times, um, once a week for a month is $400, and um, it's guaranteed. You're going to speak. If you don't, you get your money back. So she's like, I don't believe you, blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, well, it's okay. I'm just saying, um, the way I'm gonna show you, it'll just blow everything out. She said, okay, well, I'm going to try. Let me just try one day. I'm like, okay. So she comes to my school. I show her what to do, how to do it. She caught on just like that, and her eyes were like, it's like, when you meet a girl and you just meet your first girlfriend, right? Get your first girlfriend, or you get this girl that you've been wanting to, and then the next day, you happen to go someplace where she is, but she doesn't expect you to be there. You don't expect her to be there, and she's driving down the street in another car with another dude, and they kissing or whatever. And how you would feel, just like shocked. And that when I showed her the lesson, this lady at first she was like, how they all proper and all that stuff, and then as I showed her, the lesson is so simple. It makes a lot of my parents who, when they come to class and watch me teach their kids, it actually pisses them off because it makes it's kind of it's how can I say, it's almost insulting to their intelligence, and it just makes them ashamed because the way I taught them, I mean the way they see me teach their kids, a lot of them actually get mad and said if our teachers would have taught us like this, we'd all be speaking in Japan. I mean, and speaking English and Japanese. And some people say, "Oh, I feel so ashamed. I should have studied harder." I get a lot of those comments. And so she saw that lesson, and she was so, her mind was just so blown. She just relaxed like I'm doing it, and we just sitting there talking, and I'm just listening to her, and she just running off for like another 2 hours, and she was just so shocked and humiliated, it seems like, because of her not seeing what was actually there. And after 3 hours she said, I guess I had to pay you 300. I was so tipped, like, yes, 300. She would have paid it, right? Because it's $100 an hour, right? But I said, no, just give me 100. Happy New Year. Marcus, Maguka. Oh, where you from? Look at the first time I see your name. Oh, it's been a long time. Thank you for joining in. But yeah, she was so. And Happy New Year to you, to all of you wonderful people out there. And how can I say that? Yeah, she was just really shocked. And it happened to another guy. This older guy came, and he was like, "Can you really teach in 4 days?" And I'm like, "Yeah, 4 lessons, 1 month, 24-hour help online and stuff." He said, "I don't believe it. I'm gonna try it just for one class for $100 stuff." Fine, I'm like, sure. He took it 30 minutes into the class. He's like, "Oh my god, this is so easy. I can't believe I didn't try harder. I can't believe, why don't they teach us like this in Japan?" Blah blah blah. I'm just laughing. He's okay. I got it. He gave it $100, and that was the last time I saw him. And then one mother I heard, her daughter was in the class, and she came, and she didn't believe it, so she wanted to pay $100, and I showed her. When I showed her, boy, she was shocked. She said, "Oh wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it." And in my videos, the Aki videos, if you guys saw that, her son, he got older and stuff, and I was teaching him, but he quit for some reason. And then one day she just said, "Hey, can you teach me and my son?" So I gave him a really long discount because they not quit, he would have been like perfect speaking English and stuff because he got people in his family who speaks very good English, and I think his father does too. But that's okay. So I gave him 8 lessons, 1 hour for her, and right there he did. It was so easy. After the fifth lesson, 3 more lessons to go, they just quit. I'm like, please, there's more to it. No, no, it's okay. We got it. We got it. And it was funny because it's like um, it's like when it's like when you have something that you think is difficult, and somebody says, "No, just try it." And you're like, "Ah, no, it's okay. You try it." And then you try it, and not only is it easy, but you adapt to it or get used to it, or you comprehend it to the point where you're even able to even excel in it. And then you think about like, oh my God, oh my God. So motivation. What is motivation? All motivation is just figuring out a way to get your hormones flowing because it'll make you feel good, make you high, and it'll keep you woke. And then because it's the motivation, but we call it motivation, but actually it's just your hormones flowing through your body that makes your body move. And then while your body is moving, it also energizes your brain and everything else, and it'll give you the energy, whatever, or the high, basically, because that's what it basically does, to get you high. And so you could just go through and do what you got to do. So uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, this year I want to do so many things, but every time I say I want to do something, it never happens. So I got to just stop talking and just start doing it. Oh, I want to show you guys something. So here, I don't know if you can see it. This is wait. Let me get one of my. Okay, so this is my one of my English things here. So this class, I think they started reading about after 4 months because this class was the slowest class I've had so far. But not because they slow, it's maybe because of the COVID, so things got kind of messed up, and we're still like 3 weeks behind. So, and the reason I'm saying 4 months because it was actually 3 months, but April they had closed the school down, and so this is what I do after they do the phonics. Then I start teaching them to read, and it's really cool because you get some kids in there who can read very well. Okay, and you can see her. The first time she read, she missed 17. The second time she read, after we went through everything, she only missed 2 words. Some kids, they just not paying attention. So they'll miss 19 words, and then the second time they miss 19 words again. But on the board, um, when I'm writing, I point to the words. So I had the kids come up and read by themselves. Some can read well, some can't. But at least they're trying and stuff. But at the end of the class, basically what I do is I just take one word and I'll show them how to make a sentence with it. And that's the most important thing. The phonics and stuff is the pronunciation. The ABCs is, character recognition. The reading is to be able to decode, I guess, quote unquote. That's what they're saying out here. To be able to pronounce the words and stuff like that. Then we do the translations and stuff. But when I do I'll take one word and I show them how to make a sentence with it and stuff like that. And that is so fun. But I don't know which is funner though, because I teach them in this class right now. What I'm doing is teach them how to match subjects and verbs. Kindergarten kids, I think they're all 6 years old. They haven't started first grade yet, and it's really cool. But some kids they can't. They're writing too big and stuff. So I just go over the board the first half, then the second half. The kids who can do the test without looking, they can go ahead and do it, and then I just help with the other ones, and then we go over and test it because usually we go over one test and they just catch on immediately. It's just, gosh, man, it's just like I said, I need to figure out how I can get this to the states because, well, I wouldn't say to the states, but yes, get to the states. Guess because I'm American, right? And get it into these black neighborhoods to help to help kids because it's really, really, really easy. And so, yes, this year my goal is 6 people in the house. Thank you. Thanks for all the thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, please ask. But the how can I say that? But yeah, this I'm just so excited, to be able to I can say that to be able to just teach this English to these kids. Teach English to kids at such a young age, and they catch on. But like I said, that little boy, 2 months, he's reading. Then we go through the reading. He just blows through that. Oh man, it's just so awesome. Then there's this. We do the matching subjects and verbs, be verbs, action verbs, and the A and N test. He just blows through that, and now, I'm teaching him. And now I think we only got to like I can't somehow what you call it, but I think that's 6 words. No, maybe 12 words or whatever. But now he could just take one word. Like maybe the first sentence he'll write it. He'll say it in Japanese. Well, no, now he doesn't do it. He could just everything. He'll just take a word. Let's say like communicate, and he'll. I say okay, so just think about it. Make a sentence with the word communicate. Hanashi ao, and then he'll say it. And most of all the kids, they always say the same thing. I communicate with my friend. And so he'll like, I communicate, blah, blah, and as he's doing, I'm saying, why is this, why is this, why is this? And he's giving me the answer and stuff and all of this stuff. And of course, a lot of the students they'll forget the with. So then I say, well, what about in Japanese? Think about what it is in Japanese, each of the words. And then they say, okay, what's that word? And they say, I don't know. I said, well, when you don't know, you know, a word, what do you do? And they say, what do they say? They say, use a dictionary. And I say, there you go. I get the dictionary and they see the word with. Then they say, I communicate with my friend. And I'll just sit there like, wow, this kid is actually speaking English. But I write everything down, everything they do. I always write down this stuff. But it's just like, just so cool. And a lot of you guys don't know, my first videos that I made, my first channel was not my GS350JPN channel. Actually, I have another channel that's about English, and I think it's my English, or I think it's my English channel. But if you look up, let's see. Wait, let me check it. Yeah, because I have another channel actually, and that was my first one when I was doing. I think I was doing that before I started. Yeah, I was doing that before I started uh, the Do You Love Black Men video. So you guys might always be asking, why is he always talking about education all the time? And why is he mixing up? It's because actually the education videos were my first ones that I started making. Yeah, way before I started making the Do You Love Black Men videos. And I've always been into, what's that thing called? Oh gosh. How can I say? I've always been into, what's that thing called? Education. Always. So, okay. Let's see. I gotta switch over. But yeah, I've always been into education, so don't think a lot of people. I don't know. I'm not saying a lot of people. I'm just taking a guess because a lot of my videos I always talk about education, but well, it's not education because I'm not. Ooh, 5 people watching now. Good to see my what you call it. Um, I won't say I'm an educator or anything like that, but oh my goodness. Yeah. My one English. Okay, no subscribers. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, there's no. It's another channel. Oh, man. I gotta edit. Switch channels. Edit account. Okay, So it's another. Oh, good. There it is. It's an. I've always been into education. Hey, six viewers. It is. When I was going to SMC, I was taking a trigonometry class. That's the only math class I got a what's the thing called? A um, an A in math. That was the only class I got an A in. But I was sitting in class one time and I was thinking about, oh man, gosh, I was thinking about, oh man, come on, where are my videos? I was thinking about what's that thing called? Trigonometry, and um, it just popped in my mind how easy it is to go from a circle to the basic fundamentals of trigonometry, and I actually was going to, oh my gosh, which sounds, and I actually was going to make a one-page thing on the diagram on how to do it and stuff when I was back in college when I was like 20, 22 years old, but I never did it. Oh my God, it said add account. I add this one. And why didn't it add it? Mm. Okay, that's it. So my YouTube channel for that one is called My One English. Let me see if I can type it in here. Ta-da! No. So I don't even know how to. Oh, well, forget it. Let me go to here. Yes, My One English. Wait, hold on. Go to my channel. Okay. This channel has no videos. Wow, what happened to my. Okay, switch accounts. There it is. Ooh, I got 102 subscribers. Videos. Oh no, my videos are gone. I don't understand. I don't understand why my videos are gone. That's crazy. Okay, here, let me go on here. Right now I'm on my computer and I am, so I am my one, so hello. So that's me. Yeah, that's me. That's my channel, but it says that I don't have anything on my channel. Oh, that sucks. Oh no, it's there. Good. So I got my videos on here. Cool. So basically, these were it says 7 years ago, 9 years ago. I wonder how long I've been making my Do You Love Black Men videos. Huh. But anyway, that's my education videos. So I was really into that first. Maybe I did make my Do You Love Black Men videos first. Wow, I'm surprised. So I got everything all backwards and stuff. But anyway, it's getting late. You guys have any questions or anything? Yeah, I got some kindergarten stuff on here too, 7 years ago. It's really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, so that's about it. But like I said, 7 people in the house, thank you. But like I said, I had to make a mad rush communication, all my things in communication. Oh, so I think this year I'm gonna start. I need to write a book because it's like, um, when I started making my videos, these had the PUAs and guys started going on and um, making these videos about how to pick up women. It was this one guy started with an R. He was really popular back then, and that's when that Korean girl, I can't think of her name, she came out with her videos. The girl that's married to the African guy, and so I started, putting out a lot of tips and stuff, to talk to women. And when I first started hearing people use some of the things that I said in my videos, the one guy when he used the word competent, I started laughing. And he almost said I did it. He said, "Yeah, I realized that it's not competence. You don't need competence. You need competent. When you walk up and when you walk up and talk to a woman, you shouldn't believe you know what you're gonna say. You should believe that you know. You're supposed to know that you know. It was really funny. So I want to talk about that, because now um, in my players club, these guys they're always talking about, it's just the same thing, women showing off their bodies and stuff, and these guys paying money and stuff like that. And and I was telling them how things changed because now in my days, for one with a short body, we would be like happy, but now it's such a thing that these guys, they just, it's just, I don't know, it's just like, it's just that mind thinking has, I mean, the way that people think is reversed. And so I was talking to some friends, and um, they were talking about how these women on Instagram and stuff, how they can get them, they can't get them and stuff. And I told them, I said, I need some water, thank you. I told them what a lot of guys don't really understand is that when you're talking to these women, oh wait, hold on. I said, sorry about that. I said when they talking about these women, and they'll make these comments. Well, first of all, what they need to realize is that the chances of them ever even meeting to that woman is like slim to none. So why why make these imaginary stories about a woman that you definitely not going to meet? And I was talking to somebody else, so I made a video, but I think so, but I didn't really upload it. But it's like some neighborhoods, like one of Two Short songs, and I always talk. The reason, like I said, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. The reason I was bringing up Too Short songs is because his songs are the game he says in his songs, stories he talk about is the closest I could get to how it is in Japan. That's the closest. I mean, how these women are and just the things you do and life in general. And um, some of these guys, they want these beautiful women, but they don't realize this. Sometimes you're out of place, you know. And it's like in the old days, if you see a guy walking down the street with a beautiful woman, and you got these other guys looking at him, and she might truly like him. He might truly like her, but he probably got some game. But these other guys look at him like, that is a buster. What is he doing with her? And they step to him and say, hey, what you doing with her? Oh, this is your girlfriend. What do you mean your girlfriend? You can't be with her, you know. And people get checked like that. And like you go to a club, somebody see a dude with a girl, and they'll come over and they'll take her. You know what I'm saying? And thanks for the thumbs up. And that happened to me. Oh, it didn't happen to me, but I was in Venice Beach with this one girl from Pasadena. I think she was Pasadena. Yeah, she was from Pasadena. Yeah, I met two women. One was from Pasadena. Where's the other one from? They both could be from Pasadena. But anyway, she was fine, really fine. And if I'm telling the story again, I'll tell it. But we was in Westwood with some Venice Beach dancers and stuff, and they walked by her and some. That wasn't her. That wasn't her. That's another one. That's a girl who used to live in Compton. So how did me and her meet? Oh wow, I have no idea. I think I met her at a UCLA dance, and she was with her friends. I asked her to dance. She said no because I was with an. Oh, this. Oh, get in your place. So I'm hanging out with this one brother. I don't know where he lived at, but he's light skinned, bro. Just slightly shorter than I am. Not that much shorter. Handsome guy, light skinned. Um, any girl he wanted, he can get. So we in UCLA, but he was shy. So we went to UCLA, we had a dance. So we walk over to these two girls. He asked the one girl, hey, let's dance. And I asked the other girl to dance. So of course, he's a 10, I'm like a scrub, and the looks and stuff. And so the girl, she instantly got up. So the other girl, she didn't get up. And I'm like, why you don't want to dance? She like, well, I'm not feeling good. And I'm thinking about this and that. And I'm like, okay, well, just dance. I mean, just make yourself feel good. She's like, no, I don't want to dance. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So then I go back. She's still sitting. I'm like, come on, let's just dance. And I said, if I don't, if I'm not handsome enough for you to dance with me, it's cool because other guys are going to see you, and because you're dancing, they might come and talk to you because they could be shy and stuff. So she started laughing, and as I said before, when a woman laughs, it vibrates the body. Vibrating bodies put pressure on the glands, pressure on the glands, release hormones, and which make a woman horny. And horny women reach out and grab the closest guy to her. So she's like, all right. So we started dating and stuff, and so we at the beach, Venice Beach, and we just sitting on the sand and stuff. And she just beautiful, and she was older than me, like a year older than I was. And we just sitting there, I mean, she was beautiful, beautiful woman. And I'm telling you, she was so beautiful that I'm surprised a lot of guys in the hood didn't come and check me. Because, but maybe it was because just I wasn't a tough guy in the hood. I didn't run from anything, but I think it was my vocabulary that really helped me go through a lot of stuff in life, because when I spoke, especially after I left Detroit. But so these other two light skinned brothers come over, and these dudes, I know they got more money than me because I wasn't making that much money, though I had a quote unquote good job. I was an inspector at this um, electronics corporation, and my next step would have been a technical, whatever it is, the ones that test up things and stuff. And so, because I was going to become an engineer, that's actually what I was going to do. And so they come, we at the beach, and she in her bikini, looking good. I'm sitting there with my shirt off, and my shorts and stuff. And these dudes, they're like looking, and so I'm looking at them. But at that time, I looked like a gangster, dope dealing guy. A lot of people told me that, and I was a little yoked too. So it was funny though, because they're two guys. I don't know what they doing, but they could have been packing or anything. So they over there. So the one dude looks at me. He said, "Hey, is that your girl?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "You mind if I take her with me?" I'm just, I'm like, "Huh?" you know. But I looked young, and she looked her age. I definitely looked younger than her, and I'm almost sure he didn't know that if she was my girlfriend or not. I'm not sure. He probably thought we was. I don't know. But she looked young too, because a lot of people told me she was on like 23. I think I was like 21 or something like that. And a lot of people said she looked like she was 14, and I'm like, she like no 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Driving around in the Volkswagen, got her own kid. It was, but they didn't know all of that stuff. But uh, dude just said, "Yo, man, you mind if I could take her with me?" I'm looking at him like, "Huh?" And so, of course, he was with his homie and stuff, right? So I said, "Well, okay, just gotta take her home." And he was like, "Where she live?" I said, "Pasadena." He's like, "Oh, that's okay." And I was like, that was it. That was it, the conversation. And I'm thinking to myself, like, "Whoa, what was that all about?" But they ended up leaving before we did anyway. And actually, she was, I don't know if she was my girlfriend at the time or we was just hanging out. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was one time where I I guess they came and called themselves checking me or filling out the situation because like I said, what a lot of guys don't understand is that a lot of women that you want will potentially cause another brother because game recognizes game. And I talk to a lot of brothers. I meet a lot of brothers out here, and just based on the conversation, I can tell, you know, where they're gonna fit in with women. I mean, you could be big, yo, ex football player, whatever, but you pretty much can tell, and especially when you come out here in Japan and stuff. And some guys, they just out of pocket, you know, and a lot of these guys really, really need to understand that, hey, being with a woman who's at a level higher than you will put you in a position to potentially get your butt kicked or get killed or get humiliated, you know, depending on who's there. And a lot of people don't really realize that, you know. And I'm like, you know, if you're walking down the street and you got a sister, and I mean, she bad, you know, I mean, legs, butt, chest, hair, face, and you just, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen some dudes who were yoked, you know, get, you know, they, you know, people put them in their place, you know what I'm saying? And, and, uh, the wrong person walk up and see you, they gonna come over and check you. You know what I'm saying? What you doing with her? What's in? Why you doing? Why you doing with him? Blah blah blah. You can't have her. You know, like I seen a video where a guy pushed another guy, grabbed the girl, pushed the guy away. You know, and I mean, it could be those fake prank whatever, but you know that stuff is real. And so a lot of these guys on the internet and stuff, you know, and they're complaining. And what I try to tell people is, you know, think about it. What reason would she have to be with you other than just to be a friend? Because uh, I've been checked. Guys walk over to me. Is that your like the first time I was checked? I was 15 years old. I'm walking down the street with my mom, right? So we on Venice on Fifth Avenue, and walking towards the beach, walking home and stuff. And so we walked by these guys. They were dressed in their little pimp hats and green, whatever, you know. And they said, "Oh, you got a pretty girlfriend." And I'm 15 years old at the time. I think I'm 15, you know. And my mom, it's my mom, but I guess she must have looked my age. And I was thinking to myself when they said that, you know, are they going to get up and, you know, try to kick my butt? Or they're going to take her from me, try to take her from me? Or they gonna tax me. You know what I'm saying? Because in LA, man, you know how brothers are and stuff. You know, you can't, you got to pay some money if you want to be with a girl. That's fine. You know, because you know, if you get, you know how it is in the hood, you get a buster getting out of. I'm not gonna say the brothers, you know, but I'm saying, you know, how they classify people. A buster that's out of pocket is gonna make everybody else or make the hood. That person would feel as a buster if he gets too high, you know, or people think, you know, if he's not in this position, then it'll cause a imbalance, and then people from the outside will look at him as the 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 brick wall that you got to break through to go through or something like that to the hood or whatever. And I turned and looked at him. I said, "Huh?" I said, "No, this is my mom." "That's your mom?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, your mom's beautiful." Or something like she fine or something like that. And I'm like, okay. So we kept on walking like another couple of houses and went in the house and stuff. So that happened. But you know, that happened to me, and even I was in a Clark Air Force Base on the Philippines, and it was this white dude introduced me to his wife's cousin. She was like 19 or 20. I was 26 at the time, but I think she was 19 or 20. Could have been 20. I don't think he would have introduced me. She was 19, but she could have been 20 or maybe 21. I'm not sure. But he introduced me to her, you know. So we just chilling and stuff, and then my homies, these not my homies, but these brothers, I'm trying to hang out with them because I really didn't get to hang out in the real hood and then get to do things that a lot of people really get to do because I was always like kept on the outside for some reason. And so they left because I just met them the night anyway. We all military, so they just left. You know, they got their own little cliche groups and stuff, and I think that's the word. And so I left and I'm walking, and they're like, "Hey, what about that girl you was with?" You know, because they all out there doing their things. But when I meet a woman, I just like having a conversation, you know, because it's fun, safer. And so I said, "Well, can I bring her with me?" You know, I'm like, "All right." So I bring her with us, and she's cool and everything, and she's beautiful. I mean, her name is Gina. She was so beautiful that I was not the type of person that should have been with her, but A lot of people didn't mess with me because I was tall, but I was just like yoked and stuff, right? And I'm trying to get back in shape now. But um so anyway, after my wife left, went back to the state 3 months earlier. We walk on a base holding hands, and me and her probably had sex like no more than 5 times because she was just too tight, and I wasn't really interested. I wasn't interested in a sexual relationship with her. She was just beautiful, so she was like just real cool because I grew up hanging out with more women than hey, 9 people in the house. Thank you. I grew up hanging out with more women than hanging out with the guys. So when I see a woman and she's beautiful, it's easy for me to walk over and say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Blah blah blah. Why are you beautiful? Are you looking like that? Da 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 da." Because I understand her conversations and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone's in here who I used to talk to girls with, but usually they come to me. So anyway, we on base. These two brothers come walking up, and they like, "What you doing with her?" I'm looking at them like, "What do you mean? What am I doing with her?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they like, "How much you pay to be with her?" And I looked at them. I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Pay nothing." And he's like, "Nah, ain't no way you can get her without paying." And I'm like, "I don't pay for that. I don't never have to pay for that. And they're like, "Nah, you ain't got it like that." And I said, "What?" I said, "You two don't." I said, "Listen, all you guys on this base, all y'all do is blah 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 talk. Y'all do not know me. Y'all know nothing about me. I said we just friends. I said if you want her, y'all can have her. Go ahead. You know, which one of y'all think y'all got game enough to take her from me? Because at that time, we hanging out for about a couple of months. We been started having sex. I was like really totally not sexually interested in her, but she was bad. But she was just that's like so beautiful. But she was like real cool. I just you know if I meet a woman that's real cool, I'd rather be friends with her than have a sexual relationship with her. And she was just like that. I told her to come over whenever. We hang out. If you want another boy, I can care less. you know. And the dudes didn't do anything. They weren't trying to pick her up or anything. And I'm like, whatever. And they said, we still need pay. I said, y'all gonna think whatever y'all want to think. But what I know for fact is y'all would have to pay. I don't pay for anything. And they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, whatever. But what it is though, out there in the Philippines though, it was crazy though. But let's see, another time I ever get checked. So at the beach, it was there. I'm thinking there was another time. I can't. Oh, so I was out in this one neighborhood out in the LA Playboy Gangsterhood. I think it was on. I think it was on the south side of Venice Boulevard. I think that was where I was at, or La Cienega or something over there. And so I met this girl named Kim. I don't know where I met her, but she was fine. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I was fortunate to be able to date a bunch of fine sisters. She was so fine. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Cause right now I love the beautiful ones, cool ones, and if they haven't asked, wow, I may have it. Kill stripper name. Actually, that was like back in like 19. It was before I joined the military, so it was definitely before 1980, 86. So I'm thinking like maybe 84 or something like that. And so we go to, I don't know where I met her, maybe at a dance, maybe UCLA dance, because UCLA used to give a lot of dances, and I used to always go to them and stuff. And she was real bad. She was bad, 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 bad. She's like one of the women that you walk in the hood and they don't know you. Them gangsters will roll up and say, "Nigga, who the fuck are you? What you doing with her?" You know what I'm saying? And my brother, I was with my brother. Two incidents happened with my brother because he went over in these other gangsters' hood. They didn't know him. They checked him. And luckily I was there to be able to defuse the conversation and stuff. Me against all these other dudes. But uh, she was bad. So we went to the movies out on Third Street Promenade. If you guys are familiar with they had, I think it was like $1 movie show or something like that, going towards Wilshire or something like that. But the promenade back in those days, it looked like trash. And I used to hate walking from Santa Monica to Wilshire because it just seemed so long. So I would just go on 4th Street, walk down because it was a better sight, you know. So we sitting there in the theater. I think we were watching maybe, I don't know what, I want to say Scarface, but I don't know if it was out at that time. But we were watching some movie and sitting there just rubbing our legs and stuff, and we didn't kiss or anything. So I ended up catching the bus, taking her to her house. I got caught slipping. Uh, Dude rode up on the motorcycle, boom, jumped out. Yo, what's up, girl? How you doing? I said, I'm fine, whatever. And he said, who are you? I was like, well, this dude like taller than me too. He like, who are you? I was like, all right, where you from? I said, Venice. He looked at me and said, what? He said, Venice, you know, because at that time, Venice and them guys in that hood was having problems. But I don't know if he was banging or not, whatever. And of course, you know, I wasn't popular, so I wasn't one of the people they would recognize and stuff. And so he was saying something to her. I wasn't really trying to pay attention to it. So we go in the house and we talking. I'm expecting him to come back with at least 15, 20, 30 dudes and stuff. And they didn't come back, so I thought it was cool. And then you know, we're sitting in the house with just us. We weren't kissing or nothing like that, just chatting and stuff. And then I left. And after that, I never saw her again. I don't know why. But I just realized that, you know, being with her would put me in a potential dangerous situation. So, but that was so funny, dude. Rolled up on that motor, one jumped up, yo, who are you? I looked, I was like, okay. I wasn't scared at the end because I was like, huh? You know, because uh, I had never been checked, or nobody never approached me. I wouldn't say I shouldn't use the word check, but I guess he was checking up on me. I hadn't been nothing like that hadn't ever happened to me in L.A. since I moved there, you know. And I just it was like watching a movie. You know, I was like, huh? You know, he was like, like whatever. I didn't say anything. You know, he didn't say anything to me, and so them two was talking about something. And that was it. You know, but a lot of guys, what they need to understand is be real with yourself. Just because a girl is not always good looking don't mean that she's not nice. Don't mean that she doesn't have a nice body. Most women, it doesn't matter what they look like. If they exercise, their body's gonna be nice. It's just you got the different shape, and that's about it. But most guys need to really stop and say, "Hey, am I truly compatible with this woman as far as looks?" You could be with anyone, but how can I say? Unless you're gonna put on some act or you know how to put on your clothes or whatever, the chances of a lot of these women being with these guys who's hating on her would be zero. It's zero. You know, it's like the sun. It's like the earth is heating up the sun. That is not happening. And a lot of guys really need to do that. And I mean, it's okay. See, because what I used to tell some friends before is I said, you know, if you want to be with a girl, it's better off just being friends with them. Because if you're a friend to a girl, you could be with friends with beautiful women all across. I mean, just all kinds of women. Just being friends with them, and friends do kiss and friends do fuck. And oh, I shouldn't say it on this New Year's thing. Oh my god. But friends do that. And back in LA, we used to, and I think I said in my own videos. I think I forgot the between 83, 84, 85, or sometime in that. We used to have this thing in LA. It's like when you meet a woman, especially at Venice Beach though, but when you meet a woman and you say hi and everything, then before you leave, it was okay to kiss them. They kiss you or you kiss them. And then we start having the FP and the FK relationships and stuff. You're just friends, but you have all the friends benefits of the dating, but you weren't dating when everybody was just bouncing around. And that was cool too because it was this one sister lived up in Santa Monica. She was short, but she was so fine. Oh my gosh, she was so fine. And I don't know how I hooked up with them. I'm thinking I want to say it was my some girls that my brother said that he picked up, and we all went up to my house. But I don't recall that it happening like that because I don't even remember him even being there. But it was this group of dancers and stuff. They used to come down here, a whole bunch of groups, and there was this one guy from this one their light skinned brother, and we were all walking, and some women we saw him, and for some reason they ended up coming to my apartment off of 4th Street in Santa Monica. I mean Ocean Boulevard, Ocean Park Boulevard, and everybody had a girl except for me. They all doing whatever they doing and stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, And then I think one of the girls, um, maybe it was just me and her were the only ones who weren't trying to kiss her, dry hump or whatever, like everyone else. Hello, hello. I just talking and stuff. And so ended up going to her house. I forgot exactly where she lived, but she lived in a condominium. I don't know who her parents were, whatever, but they had money. And she really liked me. But at that time, I wasn't into those sexual, physical relationships and stuff like that because I was more interested in just being friends with women than doing all the other stuff. I don't know why, but she had to be a special woman for me to do that. And plus, I was the type of person I just like being with one woman. I didn't just like bouncing around and stuff. And she she really tried to get me to date her. And I was like, no, 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 let's just be friends, you know. But that was so cool. They had a nice crib, a really nice place. She said we could just be FPs or FKs. I'm like, because it was like me. I when I judge myself, maybe I should be here, but I always keep myself here for some reason. And then I also understand the potential of being with a woman that's just super fine, and these bros just gonna walk up on you. And I'm not the type of person who's gonna be dating a woman and the person walk up on me and say that's your girl, and I'm gonna lie and say no because I'm scared, But it was just I just didn't have that kind of interest in her. So we were friends. I forgot what happened. Maybe I don't know what happened. Why we stopped hanging out. I think one of the guys who we were with, he was a light skinned bro too. And the reason I'm saying light skinned and white and stuff, back in my days, that's the way how we always describe people by colors and what they look like and stuff. So that's just I don't know what y'all doing now. Here you go. I'm sure people still doing the same thing, but it was I think her and him got together. One of that one brother that was with us. Mm. We were first met him, and then I think he came to my house and told me they were dating. And I started laughing at him. I'm like, why you telling me y'all dating? I don't care. She said, yeah, but you two guys are always together. I'm like, no, man. We are just friends. I like, you know, uh, I just meet women and talk. They have interest in me, but, if it's not about, I don't know, math, I guess, then it's not going to go any further than that. But it was funny. But yeah, a lot of guys nowadays, I think they just don't really understand that, you know. And then you watch these guys with these programs, how to pick up women and stuff, writing these books and stuff. And it's good, they making their money and stuff, but man, I need to hurry up and publish this one book that I made. What was the story I told a friend on how to become rich and a player at the same time in Japan? And it just came out, and I showed it to another friend. I think I said this before, and he was like, "You need to write this into a book and stuff." But uh, yeah, but I don't know. I like to say to a lot of guys, is it's easier to get women who you come in contact with than it is to get these women who are on these social nets because they have to entertain all those followers and then for you to be with one of them, and it's no telling how much money she get or she got, but what you gonna do? You know, I was watching this movie, these videos. Some brother, I don't know his name. Gosh, what's the name of those videos? I just happened to pop on them, and he make these skits. And there was this one skit where he introduced his father to a, I guess they call her a cougar. She was an older lady, nice body and everything. Just she had gray hair, and the father come up with his gangster glasses on, and he's with the son. He says, "Son, you don't know what to do with that. That's a woman. Let me have her." And he reaching, and the son say, "Popped up, you reach." He says, "Son, come on, you don't know how to handle a woman and stuff." And a lot of these guys, they really do not know how to handle a woman. And I think that's the first thing. If you guys are really interested in this, that's what you should do instead of trying to teach guys how to talk to a woman and pick them up. Teach them how to interact with them and how to treat a woman. And I'm not saying bring her flowers and stuff, but read the signs, know what she wants, and you know what I'm saying. Because the better you are at reading women, it'll it'll just make it more. It'll just make it easier for you. And what I'm saying is, you got different types of guys out there, but it might be, hey, what's up, six person, six viewer, thanks for chiming in. Now I'm just talking about whatever. So there's two types. There really are two types of guys. Guys who know what to do with women, and guys who don't know what to do with women. And I fit kind of from here to here. But the reason I say from here to here is because sometimes I just don't want to deal with them, because the problem I have in my life is that a lot of women come to me, and some guys always introducing me to women. And I think that what I just said about the girl in the Philippines, another one I always talk about in Hawaii with this one brother. I mean, this one guy, I don't know what he was mixed with. He was in the VIP with him and his friends. All of them were like tens. And he grabbed me, brought me to the VP, they section, and what's VP mean? What is it called? Uh, I forgot what it's called. VP. I think it's VP. I forget the name of the room where you got to pay for the booth or whatever. And then he brought me in there and told his sister give me her number. He said I can give. He gave me permission to date his sister, and I didn't even ask him why. He just giving out the information because I saw you just come here. You're a cool dude. I don't want my daughter dating any of these people on here. Blah blah blah. And I'm thinking like, yo, bro, yo, dude, I'm a bro. From LA. Look how dark I am. Look how tall I am. What I'm saying, I'm just out here dancing and stuff. Look at your sister. She like a 10. Like a 10 or 15 or something like that. And you just gonna tell me I could just date her like this? You know what I'm saying? You basically telling me that I could just tell her, hey, come on, let's go home right now. I can take her home, bang her out, smash her. And you're not gonna say anything. But I was talking not in those words. But he said, yeah, my daughter's my not daughter, but he said my sister's gonna date. I choose who she gonna date, and I was like, wow. But of course we talked, but she was too busy. But I wasn't really. She was fine. I ain't gonna lie. She was. Oh man, what was she mixed with? They look like they could have been from the Middle East, but it wasn't. It wasn't that strong Middle East look. It was like. I know they had some Asian in them. Oh, well, Middle East there. That's Asia too. Huh? I don't know, but it was just they were like I don't know. It's really hard to describe her, uh, but she was fine. So we chatted, but she was busy, and I was happy because I was not in. A was a 7 person. I wasn't interested in her and like that, so it was all cool. But yeah, a lot of guys need to understand is that the woman that you're with, that you want, you know, do you have the right connections to be with her? You know what I'm saying? Because uh, you know, just because a woman is beautiful and you want to be with them, that's not it. It's, do you have the right, I guess, qualifications? I guess that's the only word to be with them, because a lot of times it just not going to work. And I'm gonna tell you, for me, I have better relationships with beautiful women than I do with women who don't think they're beautiful. And excuse me, but I like all women. I like talking to them all, but it's just really interesting. So you guys can make some money out there. Just teach these guys how to have the qualifications and to build the qualities of themselves or character. Because that's why I said in my videos, when you before you come out here, understand that Japan is 180 degrees opposite of the states, and also um, don't you change. The scenery changes, but however you are, if you tough and everything, stay the same. But if you weak, you have to change because these girls are here. They tough. And I remember this one brother I was talking to, and I was telling him, hey, you better be careful. I know stuff. And next thing you know, he getting married, got a baby real quick, all happy and stuff. And then you can start seeing, we start talking, and you can just see the signs that she is just dogging this dude out. And I'm like, I told you, man. Guys, just, I don't know, it's tough. It's really tough, though. But what I like, though, is just being out here in Japan, meeting new bros, and just seeing how they operate and stuff. And yeah, it's really interesting. Meet a few bros, talking to them, hanging out. Yo, let's go talk to these girls or whatever. And like, got the classic story. Uh, I got a friend. He's up in Tokyo, and he was in a group, and he was having problems with women. So Tokyo Sam told him about invite him to the group or something, and telling him to I could give some advice. So everybody in the players group's giving this guy advice. And then I just asked him one question: how many women are you talking to in a week? He said one. I said, well, you need to talk to more. That's it. The problem is you're just not talking to enough women. And a couple of weeks later, he's talking about how he's smashing, and all this stuff. Really, they smashing him, but we'll let him think he's the one smashing. And he came down to Osaka. We went to met up in the hub in Sensabashi, and uh, he's with a white dude. So he walked in. I saw him. We said, "What's up?" We talking and stuff. So he's like to my left. There's this fine Japanese girl to his right, and then his friend was to my right. So we just talking and stuff. All of a sudden, these two Japanese women come up to me, and they start talking to me. So if you know my videos, I always say I always get them the numbers, contact within the first 2 to 3 minutes, because if they don't get the contact, then you get to the point, okay, why are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? And so you don't have to waste time trying to mac. So they gave me their numbers just like right then and there, and I was like, okay. And then these other two, I was like, yeah, I think it was some other two that came around, and I got their numbers too. And then I tried to show the white dude with one of the girls because she was like really cute. And he was like, his ranking was like definitely above a 7. And so I said, talk to the cute one, but he was really shy. And so then my friend, it was a girl, she was standing next to him on his left, and she just all up in my face and stuff. And I said, hey, you know her? He said, no. I'm like, talk to her. He was like all shy, and I was like, do you have a boyfriend or something? She said, no. I said, okay, give my friend your number and y'all hook up. And next evening, they get the number. He told me later they ended up meeting up and stuff. But it was funny. It was like within a matter of 5 minutes, I got 3 telephone numbers, hooked up my friend. Wait, because the white dude. So I got 4 telephone numbers and hooked up my friend with a girl. Right there in their face within 5 minutes of when I'm just walking in the club. Just walking in the club, in the bar, walk over to say hi to her. These women came, bam, 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 bam. Definitely not more than 10 minutes. I think in 5 minutes. Bam, all finished. Everybody walk away sad. I mean, happy and satisfied. And then, we just talking and stuff. Then we leave. And I started laughing. He said, "What's funny?" I said, "What happened?" He said, "You see how I did that?" I said, "You see, in the Players Club, I tell you, stuff like that happen. Happens. And you see how that was?" I set you up, tried to set your friend up. I got phone numbers, all just like that, you know. And they were like, and the white dude, he was shocked because I don't know how he was, but the way he was looking and stuff, he was like, I've never. He had that look on his face like oh my god, sorry about that. He had this look on his face like he never saw anything like that in his life happen. It just came in, a black guy just walk in, not saying nothing, and these women just come up on me, bam, 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 bam. I'm trying to hook him up. He's so surprised. I guess he was more entertained in watching what was going on instead of getting a number. But yeah, that was just really a trip though. But yeah, a lot of these guys. But actually, I'll tell you the truth. Uh, a lot of these guys, they're into the statistics. If you want to get a woman, even I don't know if Coach's still here, but when he was out here, he had some good times too. And it's not in Japan. It's not about statistics, and even in the world, it really isn't about statistics. Now, you will have these women who understand that if they're here, they need a guy here. If they're sphere, in this sphere, that it's difficult to deal with a guy in this sphere. Ooh, let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there it is. So it's different. It's difficult to get a guy in a different sphere, and but yes, it's I don't know, man. For me, I just don't have that problem with getting women. Now I do like it. My wife, being her, and different girls. I use some girls. I think only two people I dated, and also once my wife and this other girl, and they try to play this game, like this old-fashioned Japanese game where you being with them is like a privilege for you. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. So one I got, so that other girl, we were together because of some things that have happened and stuff. So my wife would just babies and stuff. But I'm like, wow, and it's just like I don't know. This is what I tell guys. If you're going to date a woman, it's always best to start at the top. It's stay at the top because if you get a woman who knows she's not attractive, whatever that's supposed to mean, and the women who know what they do, and they try to play you because they think that you're with them because they are unattractive, and that's the best you can get, and then they're gonna start tripping and stuff. It's best thing to do is just leave. Like no, sorry, and just leave. But sometimes it's hard for some guys to leave because they're not in love with the girl, but they love, like I said before, and I hate repeating myself, but they're in love with the image that they created of the woman and stuff like that. So it's just interesting. But guys, no questions, because I think it's getting late. Kim is a stripper name. Stripper name. Reminds me of this story where that guy Fox, we were talking to these girls, and this girl said her name was Cookie or something like that. And he said it was a stripper name. And then she started talking, and she said she was a stripper from LA, Japanese girl. That was so funny. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think one reason why I'm really successful in dealing with relationships is, first of all, I don't really care, and another thing is I listen, and another thing is it's amusing, and another thing is just that you just see these things coming, and when you want to break up, you just slow down, and that's it. But it's a trip though. It's a trip. But I guess I better go. Unless you guys want to hear me ramble on more. One more this. Let me, because I know I want to talk about something different because when I'm not on these YouTube channels, I know I'm always thinking about other things. You know. Ah. Wait. Let me see. Ice Baby, it's fun hearing your stories. Okay, thank you. Yeah, somebody else was telling me that too the other day. I was talking to Sky. He was like, "Yeah, your stories are funny." I'm trying to think. Ah, let me think. Any stories that I have? Do you know about Japanese underground life? Any experience with it? I've had a. Well, I thought he was Yakuza guy. He said he wasn't, but I know he had some kind of connection because he was doing some of the same business that they were doing. And me and him were friends for a while, but I had at that time I was in Nagoya and I had a lot of money, so uh, I couldn't work with him the way he wanted me to. But I didn't really want to get in that lifestyle anyway, and then I didn't respect him the way he wanted me to respect him. Now, one time we were in one of his snack bars where you go to pay and stuff, and so he talking to me, and one of the girls there was uh, fluent in English. That's what I loved about the Nagoya area, Aichiken area. A lot of the Nagoya area, they really like spoke almost like perfect English. And so me and her talking while I'm sitting next to him, which you know, and then we're talking, he's talking. Dude, God man, hit the table, bam. Hey, if y'all want to talk, y'all can go over there to that table and pay. you know? And I was like, okay, let me be quiet. So I thought that was funny. And so after that, yeah. And then one time when she was driving, he would take me somewhere in his Benz. He said if I want to drive, and I kind of said something stupid. He said, "No, you drive your own car." Something like that. Dude looked at me like I was crazy. And then went to eat some food. Like I said this before, went to eat some food. And he got a beef bowl or something. He went to Yoshinoya. And I said, I ordered something else, some vegetables, something. He said, why don't you eat beef? I said, I don't like it. He said, well, sometimes you got to do things you don't like. And then when he said that, I was like, man, this is. yeah, yeah, that was funny. and then I think he liked because he was cool. 'Cause I was at the at this beach, and my kids were eating rice with soy sauce in Japan. They said that's a sign of being poor. So he bought us some watermelon, and that's how we end up hooking up and stuff. And I guess his first initial contact was of kindness. But then, he took me to his apartment, which is like the whole fifth floor of this one apartment building. It was a really nice apartment, and I guess he was expecting me to be one thing, but I kept telling him, I was making like $30,000 a month up in Nagoya, so I couldn't work for him, and I didn't really need to, but I did help pass out flyers and stuff. But that quickly ended. I don't know why. What happened? I don't know what happened. Cause he did have this one girl that we pick up and take, and she was working with her from Colombia. She was beautiful though, and I don't know. To me, it was like it was just fun, just a new experience. But it was another guy too. When I was at the beach, I think I told the story. This guy, top one of the top bosses out there, and he was like, um, when he asked how big my penis was, and I said this stupid answer, and the dude looked at me and he said, "Show me," and I was like, "Nah, I'm joking." The dude said, "Why you lying?" I was like, Oh, I got caught slipping. I think I told the story. I said I got caught slipping, and so things happen. Nothing been bad happened. Anyway, he told me in Japan you don't never have to lie. Thank you, 5 viewers. He said you don't have to lie, and then he told me, and he said, you kind of insulted me in front of all my people, and I was like, okay, and I didn't say anything, because I had to humble myself, because it don't matter how I felt. I'm in his country. You know what I'm saying? They got army. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So he was like, okay. I didn't say I was sorry or anything because you don't have to say it. Sometimes you do, but at that time I don't think it was necessary. And then he didn't demand that I say sorry. He just said buy all of us drinks. So I had to buy like 10 drinks. And I think I paid like $10 each, so I had $100, and they had this bag with this money in it. He was like, "How much you make?" And no, he hit it. Said, "What's in there?" I said, "Coins." I didn't tell him how much, but it was like $900. He had made. And then he said, "Okay." And he said, "Well, and we all buy your jewelry. Anything we want, we get it for $10." So basically, it was just a switch. And um, then they asked me where I was staying. I told them I went back to Nagoya. So he got one of his guys to take me to this one place where I could stay. He put me in this BMW, brand new, clean. And the next morning I was gonna take a shower, but I didn't. And then dude said, man, this fucked me up. This really fucked me up. And I was gonna take a shower, but like I said, when you get caught up in all this Japanese stuff that you hear, but when you get here, it's not like that. So I was gonna take a shower, and I was gonna ask her, but I didn't think they was gonna. I was thinking they were gonna say no, and I should have asked. So I didn't take a shower. But I took a shower at night because getting the onsen. They got the onsens and stuff. And I didn't sleep that long. And so I got in this dude's car, and the first thing this dude asked me was, "Did you shower?" And I was like, "Wow, I can't believe he did that." And of course, I'm not gonna lie. 2 times I said no. He said, "Why you get in my car and not shower?" I was like, I was like, I can't tell you what I was really thinking, but I'm afraid that I was like, wow, oh, this dude, he got me. You know what I'm saying? And so I told him I can get out. He said, no, no, it's cool. Just take a shower. And I said, yeah, but they said Japan, people don't take showers in the morning. Dude looked at me. But the way the dude looked at me, I thought he was going to hit me. The way he looked at me. And he was dressed in white. It was like white, like a sheet, like white. You know how this is all white. This is all just white. With the construction sites on where each of the individual toes had a part for. Oh, 16 likes. I'm all happy for the 16 likes, and everybody else got like 3 billion likes and stuff. But I was like, wow. And so he said, well, he was saying, why would you think we don't take showers in the morning? And I think that's one of the things why I said, don't do that. But this was like back before. He totally caught you on that one in the car. Yeah, man. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. So he picked me up and took me on all his errands and stuff he had to do. And after that, the connection with them was like, that was it. But I think it was the guy, he still gave me permission to sail on the beach and stuff like that. But yeah, man. And I think that was a really, what was it? A testing situation. I felt miserably. And, but I was still cool about it. They were cool. Because I wasn't a threat. I wasn't out there trying to pick up the girls. And I was always going there every year and stuff. And he always see me walking by, So you can, that time, but just imagine, had I did everything and been proper, had I been involved in one of their groups or not, because uh, it's just no telling who's going to come and like you. And you don't know who's who. And I think something else like that happened too. I'm trying to think. Oh, so I was at the beach one night, and this one guy, I guess he's one of them. He's with his entourage. I guess that's what they call his people. And I had my jury case there. He had this big old stick. He come over there, hit my case. What's in here? What are you doing? Like I'm selling jewelry. He said, well, who gave you permission? I said, oh, the guy that owns that building. He said, oh, well, okay, well, just be nice to people. Yeah, it's funny. He said, well, just be nice to people and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. He just walked away. And I was not happy when he hit my things, but I was like, there's nothing I could do. Because I could have jumped up, and said, what you doing hitting my thing? But he had that stick. Ain't no telling if he knew Kimpo or whatever. He took that stick with my hands with it and stuff. And see, that's why I keep telling people when you come to Japan, it's you could talk all the crap that you want based on thanks for the likes based on how you are in your neighborhood, but you don't know how people are in the other hoods. And like I was with a friend and from New York, and it was like 1 o'clock, and this beautiful Japanese girl could walking by us in Sensabashi area. Well, it was near that Ferrari shop they have on Midasuji. And he was like, wow, she just walked by here dressing like that, and not scared of us. And I'm like, why should she be scared of us in our own country? And he said, yeah, but we can't do something. I said, man, you would have grabbed at that girl. She probably would have took this, snatched one of these little twigs off this thing and poked you in your body while you swinging her and poked you in your eye and fucked you up with that twig. Nah, she couldn't do that. And I said, touch that twig. He touched it. And I said, now just imagine somebody taking a twig, just pop, 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 different parts of your body. You'd be all messed up. I said, just because you think that these people might be weak or a woman might be weak, you don't know what she knows because she can knock you out just as easy as I can. It only takes a few pounds of pressure. It's not that much, and knock you out. And then he got mad, but I'm like, whatever. Um, there was another thing that happened. Oh, and I think it was during that same summer. I was there because I went selling jewelry every year, every month. I mean, every year, and it was the next day. And of course, I'm walking by the same thing where they made me buy the drinks. But that guy, I didn't see him after that anymore. After that, and it was an older guy walking. He had like his 4 bodyguards with him, and he walks over to me, and I stand up. And I don't stand up because he's Yakuza or whatever, but just respect because he's an older person. So I know he was coming to interact with me. Hello, if you're, thank you. Please chime in and ask any questions if you have any. And so when I stood up, he said, no, no, it's okay. You can sit down. And then he came over and just started chatting with me for about 15 minutes. He said, okay, you're nice. You can go ahead and sell on here because at that beach, people were making a lot of money. And it was real cool. I knew a lot of the workers. I don't know. You know, it was just really interesting. Any other in Osaka? I don't think I dealt with them in Wakayama. Happy New Year, GS. Thank you, Jordan. Happy New Year to you. Hope this year be. I mean, when it gets your time, next year will be great for you. See what you can do. We all have a challenge. See what we can all do to make an extra $500, huh? But I see in Osaka, out here in Wakayama. Ooh, it's hard. Some things. Yeah, I used to. I had a friend who went to a bar. I think they were there, but I never. When I'm around them guys in Wakayama, I keep it very low profile. Um, I mean, driving around a black guy driving around a Lexus, and I keep ouch, oh, I just hit my knee. A black guy driving a Lexus in Wakayama is not keeping low profile. But before that, I would um, when I was around my friends and they're talking to other Japanese people, I don't know who's who. So I was always quiet, you know, and I never really talked to people. But yeah, out here, you go to this one red light district. They there, but they none of them bothered me. Um, yeah, no one actually bothers me on Wakayama. So I don't have any stories about that I could think of. I did have one story I said when this one guy he was in it, he got out and then he told me I was quiet and I was a good guy. I was like, no, I don't. I said, my camera don't do that. I just go to Osaka party and stuff. But the last time me and him talked, we got a really deep conversation. It was tripping. Remember that video? You down when, huh? Remember the video? You down when the woman that spoke English and the most Japanese woman didn't believe you were a teacher and that. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, what was the name of that? What was the name of that video? I forgot the name of that video. That girl, she was Canadian. Uh, sorry, incorrect. That's okay. Uh, what was the name of that video? What shall we do? I think it was called. And the reason I didn't know because I asked the model and the girl was like, "What should we do?" And yeah, that was crazy. That was hella funny. She's like, "Honey, do you expect me to believe that you can buy a Lexus on a teacher's salary?" And when she said, "Honey," man, I knew that she was like, I'm thinking like, "Oh man, this girl's wet," you know. And I ain't gonna joke. I ain't gonna lie. I really wanted to date her or hang out with her just to see, because even though she was, maybe some people said she was rude or whatever, but sometimes things just shock people, and yeah, things just shock people, and they just say anything. Yeah, crazy to be that the girls were cool, but that one girl did believe you. Typically Western mentality. Yeah. You expect me to believe that you can buy a Lexus on a teacher's salary and as an English teacher? I was like, wow. But yeah, a lot of people. Even when I was at the Lexus dealer, I talked to. I had a Lexus, and all of them are rich. I won't say all of them, but a lot of them are. So this one lady told me, she said a lot of them they have business that they. Seven people in the house. Thank you to the viewers. And they what do they do? They oh, guys, I want to tell you guys, but yeah, it was a trip. They always ask me, how can you afford a Lexus? What do you do? I'm a teacher, English teacher. How can you do that? And I'll say, no, I'm just making this. This is what the money I'm making and stuff. Like, okay, because they know how much they paying for those cars. But that was before the LS came out. The GS350 was the highest model that was built in Japan at that time. And then later on, I started talking to them. But I had a good opportunity to really talk to them because they had a 1 year anniversary. And I sat there with my head down like this the whole time, acting all shy like a dummy when I should have been talking to him. And there was this one lady that she was dancing. Oh man, she looked so sexy dancing and stuff. I don't know if she was anybody's wife. I should have said, "Hey, is that your wife?" And they would say, "No." I would have been out there dancing with her. Because I'm actually in Japan. A lot of these women, they, there's a lot of them I hear that's just cool, real cool. But uh, they just don't show because in Japan you got the mix, the rich in the mix, and the poor they all mixing it. It's a lot of haterism too out here. Um, yes, it's like I said, ain't no different from the hood. The only difference they don't have guns. That's it. Otherwise, it's this. Hold on, let me go check my son. Damn, well, it's 3 in the morning. Ooh, sorry about that. So yeah, it's a trip. So that's why I said, Japan and the hood neighborhood is not that much difference. It really isn't. It's just that these women out here, they're just beautiful and stuff. Um, Other than that, that's it. Any more questions? Any more? Any more questions? Yeah, man. Later on, we had met that night at the club that they were telling me about, and the lady that was driving the car, she was kind of tough, you know. And but I think my biggest problem in that video was not because I actually had the car or anything. I mean, of course that was, but I think my number one problem, even no matter where I go, people think I'm way younger than I am, and that, look, I'm off face. I gotta get skinny. I've been working out though. But a lot of people think I'm way younger than what I am, and that causes um, a lot of problems for me. And yeah, that causes a lot of problems, especially when you got these women in their young 20s coming at you and stuff, and or their 30s coming at you, and they're trying to put that game. I'm like, yo, wait, slow down. Just chill. Let's just have a decent conversation for like 20 minutes or something, But I remember one time I went to this club, Jules is called, and I walked in. It was one sister and one white girl and these other people from other cultures and stuff. And the white girl, it was a kind of distance, and she saw me. She just bucked and just stopped and just looking at me, and just like froze. Her friends didn't see her because she was behind me. Then I ended up going to Ghost. But I think at that time it was called Azura, maybe. Yeah, it could have been Ghost or Azura. I forgot which one, but it's the same place. And I was on the dance floor and she was on the stairs and she saw me. She got into that frozen, just looking situation. I was thinking, man, I could just go over there and just kiss her in the mouth and just take her home. But, she was just, I mean, of course she was older than 21. I don't know how old she was, but I was like, nah, I'll just leave for these young guys. I'm stupid, huh? But I don't know, man. It's just like, I always think about my life, and I know for a fact that I could have been. Well, I ain't gonna say I know. I'm here because of specific situations, choices I made. So I can't. I don't regret anything. But it's just a trip. Let me see any more underground situations I've been in. Um, nah, not that I know of, because I try not to. I know people who know people in those things, but I try to just keep to myself because um, I'm not expected to. How can I say? To be a certain way, I guess. So when I meet brothers from the States, they don't think I'm American, so I'm not expected to be American. They think I'm African, so I guess I must supposed to act a certain way. So they don't really, a lot of them really don't take me serious. It's interesting though. Well, I'll tell you one thing, boy, that sucks. That sucks, man. If okay, now if you want to talk about racism and all of that stuff from y'all point of view, from the regular standard point of view, I can understand it. It sucks when you walk over to a brother and say, "I'm from LA," and these people going like, "You ain't from LA, or you ain't from America." Like, wow. Hey, five people in the house, like, wow. What do you mean I'm not from America? you know. It is a trip. But I was talking to a friend, African friend, the other day, and he was saying, because I was asking him, why was it that when I came out here, the African style was African and the American style was African? And he said, because you're simple, you dress simple and everything, and you don't dress like American guys dress. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't dress like American guys. He said, you're simple. They dress a certain way. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, okay, I don't get it, but I don't know. Okay, but let me make something more exciting. What's fun? I'm really unusual because talking about math and stuff is fun. Talking about these women, that's fun too. Uh, any questions? You guys gotta ask some questions. I know what some answers before. It's called style. Okay, I hope so. I don't know. I guess it's my style, but I don't know. But it's this one story that. Thank you for that answer. But it's this one story that I got in an argument with this one sister from this one country in Africa. I can't think of Masawa or something like starts with an M. It's really short. Only has like 6 letters. I think it was a bunch of A's. The only vowels are A's. I think it is. And we are in this English exposition during the break time, and she is just getting on me because I telling her I'm not African, and I was born in Michigan, and ain't no way you born in Michigan, blah 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 blah, and all these white and Filipino and this other African guy, but African attributes from England, and they're all just looking, and I'm sitting here saying no. She said, and I can understand when I felt the opposite. Age 6 I felt the opposite. You know how it is when brothers in if you're out here in Japan, brothers from Africa, they're like, I'm from New York, I'm from LA, and the brothers from, they're not, and say like, you're not from LA, you're not from New York, you're not American, blah blah. So I was on the other side, and I'm saying like I'm from LA, and then she's saying no, you're African, and I was I'm sitting here just talking like, can't you tell my accent? But maybe because sometimes my British accent pops in, and because I picked it up when I was 11 years old, I think. Yeah, when I moved to Westwood, and uh, with this English family called the McNallys. But we sitting there arguing for about 10, 15 minutes, and I'm like, I'm looking at her. Yo, way your head shake, the way your face look, you from West Africa. I know, because I seen people like that. I'm like, listen, lady. I said, don't you think we look stupid here arguing? You're trying to tell me I'm African. I'm telling you I'm not. All these white people looking and stuff. I think, we need to chill. I'm like, well, whatever, whatever. I said, I was born in Michigan, so if you want to say I'm African, fine. There's nothing wrong with me for being from Africa anyway. So I don't know why you so irate. And then, like I said, I met this. I like talking about these stories. So cool. I always think about them. I went to another expo and his sister came. Whoa, rewind there a second. You had a British accent. You got to hear this for ha ha ha. Oh, okay. So we moved from Detroit to Westwood, and down the street, I lived on 644 Lanford Avenue. If you Google UCLA, zoom in, it'll be Gailey runs. Gailey runs. Let's see, from the beach go maybe north and south, I think, and then you have UCLA like right here. Then here, I think this is LeConte Avenue. This is Gailey Avenue, and there's a street that go up here, and it's called Fairfax. So this is the front of the entrance of the UCLA here. So I think it's LeConte, Gailey, and then we Gailey is like a little slant. So there are like 4 or 5 apartments up there, and there was another family. They're the McNallys from England, and so me and the son didn't get along. He was young, he was a kid, and it always bothered me. The sister and my brother, they got along, but I didn't. The mother and father was cool with me, but the father, he was real cool with me. He used to always give me motorcycle rides on his bike, on his motorcycle and stuff. He was real cool. I don't know why he was like so cool with me like that. And and so um, So whenever they were around, I just loved their British accent because they were from London. So I would just mimic them. The boy come around, "Ah, ah, ah," and I just mimic and mimic and mimic, and that was for about almost, I don't know, I say about a year, and I had this British accent. I mean, and I never noticed it. Um, I was really smart in school. Uh, Hanging out with all the white people. And like I said, I never noticed it until I was 19 years old, living in Venice, and I was at the beach, and it was this white guy from Europe, and he comes over, and we're talking, and he says, "So where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm from LA via Michigan." He said, "Nah, nah, you're from England, right?" I'm like, "No." He said, "But your accent." I'm like, "Accent? What do you mean accent?" He said, "Nah, you." He said, "Well, if you're not from there, you're from Cameroon or West Africa or something like that." I'm like, "No, I'm American." He said, "No, your accent." And so I everything, like the noise canceling, just and then I started talking like, oh shit, I really had this British accent, and I'm running around here talking in this with this a black guy with a British accent, and I'm an American, born in Michigan to two black parents, right? And I'm like, oh my god, so I'm just doing everything I can to get rid of it. I think maybe the accent could have helped me a lot because even when the police stopped me, I start speaking. Because I always talk about the vocabulary because it's my vocabulary, but the accent could have been one. I don't know because I don't think accents give people, maybe in New York, a slight pass or anything when they're dealing with the police or whatever. So I'm thinking it was my vocabulary. But when he said that, I was like, oh my God. So I was on a mission to get rid of it. And I think maybe by the time I was in Japan, maybe 2 years after I was in Japan, I kind of got rid of it. Sometimes it comes back, but before then, it was, well, I don't mean to be rude, but it was, well, I would say bad. It's not bad, but it just took over. It's just like kicked my English accent, like, get out of here. It was just all British. So I'm like pushing it out, like, no, I need to keep my English accent, So, and actually, what I had to do was I actually had to, before I speak, relax. It then started speaking English, you know, just American English, and eventually it disappeared. It comes up once in a while, but I think it's pretty much gone. So, but yeah, that was interesting. From 11 years old, 12, 11 years old to 19, speaking like that. I never knew it was like that. To that, if that family would have not told me, I don't think a lot of people would have. No one would have even thought twice to say anything about it. And yeah, because I always thought people treated me a little different. I'm like, why people are so little different? Treat me different. It's like, so maybe that could have been it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what it was. British accent. And when I was out here too, uh, I was talking to these white dudes from the British Isle, and I had that British accent. But I could hear it. At that time, I understood I was using it, but I was just like, because it was really a battle trying to, you know, change your accent and speak like with an American accent when the British accent seemed to be at that time more natural. And I don't know, it was tough. It was really tough. And then when I moved to Inglewood, talking white, in the black neighborhood, that was tough too. But no one never told me that it was British. But my brothers and they grew up. My second brother. His accent didn't change, so I don't know what happened to me, but that was it. Let me think. Anything else to talk? Oh, cause it's like in my videos, I done told my whole life story. I have absolutely like nothing to talk about. Uh, oh, so I got this English program, and I went to uh, making this digital form. So I was thinking about learning how to make an app and do it. And I have this thing here. It is called. Wow, nobody didn't even get the $5. That's why I was thinking about making a channel, challenging people, and then whoever gets the answer pay money and stuff. Actually, had I like in my videos and stuff, I didn't have donations, right? But had I did that, because I'm sure I probably would have made a lot of money, I would have taken that money and helped other people, school, education, travel, try to, do things. I wouldn't necessarily kept that money for my own my own personal benefits. Okay, so here, I want to show you guys something. So here, Edu Creations. This is real cool, and it's called Edu Creations. And so I want to use this to make my like a what's this thing? A to write out my book format into like a digital thing. Now I do know I could use what would I have to probably do. Thank you for the thumbs up. 19 thumbs up. Oh, that's so cool. I think what I need to do is go to pages in my laptop. Ta-da! And then make a presentation, use that pages presentation kind of thing and do it on there. But I need to hurry up and do that. But I'm thinking of things to do. What kind of stories? What kind of stories? Uh, Let me see. What happened in Hawaii? That was. Oh yeah, I used to play basketball with these guys, and I was kind of tall. And the guys, there's a lot of guys, short guys that could jump. Maybe a couple of guys could dunk and stuff. So I come along, and of course I'm a challenge to them. Because they're all like 21, 22, and I'm like 29. They thinking I'm 19 years old, blocking shots and all this stuff. And this one dude, he really made it personal. He really did. And it was real cool because I was playing with these Samoan guys and playing a 10, and we were losing 1 to 9. And one of the guys, he was like bragging and stuff, right? So I was like, okay, cool. On the other team, so of course, everybody makes it out that I'm a bad guy and I can't play basketball, but I just held back, because I don't feel like, because I didn't want to live in Hawaii. It's beautiful, it's fun, beautiful women. Oh my God, who man, you guys run into Japan for these women. If you want some Japanese women, you better off going to Hawaii, because there are no you don't get the game ran on you out there like you would here, and you have more fun. But oh man, so many beautiful women, gosh, boy. And so we're playing, and we're losing, like I said, 1 to 9. So the small guys, they're all sad. Everybody's just laughing, they happy and stuff because we because they didn't like me. So I rounded up the guys and said, listen, we can win this game. And they're like, how we gonna win? We down by 9. I said, listen, we can get every rebound, and whenever you have an open shot, take it. And everybody crashed the boards. I said, we can't stop them from shooting, but we can stop them from getting another shot. So I said, just relax and just stick with your man. Wherever your man go, you go, and just relax. We're gonna win. Man, we came back and won 10 to 9. Man, them dudes on the sideline were they were shocked. And then Samoan dudes or South American dudes, they were like shocked, man. Like, oh my God, can't we won, we won, we won. I can't believe that. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, yeah, I told you we can win. Yeah, yeah, I'm all happy and stuff. And then, of course, we had next game, but I told them, I said, hey, we should just quit. And they said, why? I said, because um, I don't know if we got lucky that game or not, but it's better to quit while you're on top and then wait and then come back in again because uh, if you come back from 1 to 9 and win 10 to 9 and then lose just to lose the next game, then they can count that off as luck. So let's just walk away with our championship, come back, crushing these dudes who think they Jordan or something at that time. Then they say okay, okay. So we just forfeited our next game and stuff. But that was cool. But oh man, I ain't gonna lie though. Um, Hawaii has some beautiful women. Gosh, so beautiful. Because everybody's just so mixed, and it was a trip, really nice. And like I said, my first 9 months in Japan, if you haven't heard that video, I was celibate. I didn't want to have sex with nobody, no relationships. I got off that plane, that heat hit me. I was like, nah, man, I made a mistake. I got to get back to LA. And I was not dating. I even had this one manager. She was trying to get at me and stuff. I couldn't believe she was trying to get at me because I didn't seem to be her type. And so one day she asked me to go out someplace in Hawaii where they got, I think it's on a river, it's on the ocean, and got this big old clock over there and stuff. I hardly ever went over there. I forgot what it was called. But we over there, and she basically asking me to sleep with her. She a manager. Like, no. She's like, why not? But she didn't look all that great, but her body could have been nice. I don't know. But I just wasn't feeling her like that. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Based on my data that I have, more women who are 7 and above, they tend to come to me. I don't have to go to them. And the ones who are not, who don't, like I said, if they don't think they're beautiful, then how can I say that? They don't talk to me. And it's a trip. Even my wife now, she be tripping and stuff. And I'm like, whatever. We got kids, so that's gonna be it. But it was, yeah, it's just a trip though. It's sometimes I ask myself, why did I pass up all these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful women who wanted to be with me? I couldn't understand. I always ask myself, and it almost seemed like something happened in my life. I can't. I'm thinking it was when I was with a friend, and he's a cousin of a friend of mine who lives out in Venice, and I didn't even know they were. He is a cousin of one of my best friends in Venice, and I happened to meet him. And then later on, I found out they were brothers. And I mean, one lived like way out in Lancaster, the other guy lived in Venice, and it was a trip. So he was taller than me too, both of them tall. And we hanging out, and the brother, because he was educated, going to school, he always thought that he knew more than me. And so I'm saying, all these classes that you're taking, I pretty much understand a lot of them because of the title, you know. And so we got into this thing about dating because she was still shy. He was tall, really handsome guy, light skin. I think he had red hair or something like that. Maybe 6'4". Um, but he wasn't. He didn't have any game, you know. And he kind of got dogged out by some women that had game. I had to teach him a lot of game, but I'm not sure how well he learned. So we were out in Lancaster. I think it was at Antelope Valley College, and we were just talking. And I was trying to tell him how women who are 7 and above, it's easier for me to talk to them than it is for women from 1 to 6. And so I told him this story about how I was at Santa Monica, and it was these three women. I think they were like up and coming singers, a group, two sisters, one Latina woman, and they were fine. They were so fine. They had this big old bodyguard brother. So I'm on the beach, and I gotta say that at that time I was young too. But he was, of course, he weighed more than I did, I think, or his mass seemed bigger than mine, but I'm not sure. But so I walk up on, I say, "How y'all doing?" And they look, and they say, "I'm fine." And dude was like, "Yo, man, you can't talk to him." I'm like, "What do you mean you can't talk to him?" Now me, I'm not putting it together that they're a group and he's the bodyguard. I'm just thinking they just all friends. And I'm like, "Why can't I talk to him?" He said, "No, no, don't talk." I said, "Man, come on, man." I said, "You big dude. They're not complaining that I'm talking to him. And they're not telling you to tell them to tell me to leave them alone. Just let me talk. You're a big dude. You know, you ain't got nothing to be scared of." He started laughing and stuff. So the tallest one, the sister, oh my God, she was a brick house. Woo, she was bad. And so I'm sitting there talking to her. She got another friend. She was probably a little skinnier, but that Latino woman, oh man, I don't know if you guys saw that movie on Netflix called Superfly, but she kind of looked like that, fine, and she just deadly, just yak 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 in my ear, trying to get me to talk to her. But I'm just interested in the sister because she's beautiful and everything, but let her be with her. Let her man talk to her. You know what I'm saying? And so we hanging out for about a good hour talking, and she still blah blah blah. So anyway, we end up trading numbers or something. And of course, if you know anything about my videos, I'll get a girl's number next day. I'll forget. So I definitely forgot. I don't ever called them, but that was so cool though. We just hanging out, but they was so bad. So I told my friend about it. He didn't believe me. So I said, "Come on, let's go to Fox Hills Mall." And I heard they changed it and they changed it back or something like that. So we drove down to Fox Hills Mall. We sitting, in the mall, and on one of those benches and stuff, right? So this sister walks by. She had these spandex. At that time, women were in spandex, big old chest, nice butt. And I said, "How you doing?" And she said, "Fine," you know. And so we start talking and stuff. And there's a way to talk to women where they'll start showing you their bodies and stuff. So I'm just talking to her and asking her questions, and she's talking and talking and talking and talking. And the next thing you know, she's facing us. We're like if I'm you guys, right? She's facing us. And then as she's talking, she takes off her shirt and she ties it around her waist. And we start talking, and we're face to face. And the next thing you know, she turns to the side, show her rear end, and she's just talking. And I'm like, wow, So I'm like, I only want to talk to her like a couple of minutes, but she just talking. So we about 5-10 minutes going by and stuff because she was on a break. And then she was like, "Hey, can we talk again?" I'm like, "Nah, they're too far away, blah, blah, blah." And then she kept on going and finally told her, I said, "I'm married." She was like, "Oh, who?" To a sister. But I didn't tell her I was married to a white girl because sometimes when I do that to sisters, I always get mad and stuff. And so she laughed. And then my friend, he was tripping. He said, "Oh my God, I couldn't believe that." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "You see how first she was facing us and then she turned sideways and started showing us her body and stuff?" I said, "She was ready." I said, "You see how easy it was?" I said, "When I talk, hey, 7 people in the house, thank you, thank you." I said, "When I talk to people, and when I talk to people, when I talk to women, it's a certain way that I talk to them, and hey, you guys paying attention? $5. Wait. Ah, forget it. I was gonna give another $5 chance. Ask Chris you. The question was going to be, do you know how to talk to a woman in a way where she want to sleep with you and stuff? But anyway, so I told him that, and he was like, wow, he couldn't believe it. And I said, see, that happens to me all the time. So what happened was, I was teaching a game, but a lot of people look at me, and I guess they judge me by I don't know. I'm thinking it's the color, but oh my God, I am so like I need to go back to LA, back to Detroit, so I can get my darkness back because I look brown. I was not that light when I left United States. I need to go get some sun. That's what I need to do. And dang boy, I am fading. Oh my god. And so you know how sometimes you talk to girls and they don't believe it, right? So I'm trying to teach them game and stuff. And I think the problem, hello, I think the problem with guys talking to women is they create a scenario in their mind and they go by their own scenario. But I tell people, don't you create a scenario in your mind. Communication, communication, communication. You use the words, use your vocabulary, and then whatever image that you want them to create in their minds, that's the vocabulary you have to use, and it does work. So he ended up meeting this Latino girl out there in at Antelope Valley College, and so we hanging out, three of us hanging out, and she's like all on me, I'm just like get away from me, get away, get away, get away. I'm trying to bat her away and stuff, and not in a real way, It was just that I'm married and stuff, so and I know he liked her, and she was just straight up in his face like, I want Ralph, f you, f you means like friend you my friend, I want him, and he's just shocked. He just can't believe it because I have a lot of people. I know a lot of people I talk to, and I'll say things, and they'll look at me like, "Who does this guy think he is? How is he supposed to know that? What he's saying is not true," and blah blah blah. And so I think a few months later went by, and I think they ended up. I don't think they moved together because she had her own apartment. So I guess he was going over there. And so one day he found out that she was messing around on him. And so he asked me to come out and counsel both of them. And I'm like, I'm not a counselor. Why are you asking me to, what? I said, why are you asking me to counsel you guys? He said, just please. So I'm out there and I'm listening to her and I'm listening to him and he's in love and stuff. And then I noticed next to us, there was this white couple, older white couple, and they're listening too. And so I told him, I got serious. And I said, um, do you love her? He was like, yeah, I love her. I said, okay, then why do you love her? Then he said all this stuff. And I said, well, that's not a reason why you love her. Why do you love her? And then he said that. And I said, if you love her, then you're going to let her do what she want. I said, do you even know anything about her? Yeah, I know it's my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, well, tell me about her. She this, all the superficial stuff. Sorry about that. All the superficial stuff. And so I got deep. I said, listen, I said, the problem is that you don't understand her. I think it's something like that. You don't understand her, and that um, you think you love her, but really, I think it said something like that. I forget. I've seen some of my old videos. I wish I could find it though, because what I said was really cool. But I said, if you love her, you're gonna let her do what she want to do. I said because sure, you're handsome and everything, but maybe you don't have that the actions that you do to keep her interested in you. You don't have that, and so you can't get mad at her because she's been with another person because you're not doing what you're supposed to do to keep her interested in you. And I said, and plus I already told you, because what I told him before, I said like, hey, let's just be you and her get together and we can just do this and do that. He said, nah, she ain't that kind of girl. I'm like, yes, she is. and and of course I would have never did it. I just wanted to let him uh just I wanted to wake him up because I've been in that situation with threesomes and stuff, and I didn't like it. Hold on, me with two women. I did that twice, and that was boring. Second time I did it, I just went to sleep and let them go at it. And then I was with me and a guy and this other girl. And it was a trip, so it was like, so I definitely wouldn't have did anything. And I had presented it to her. We was on campus one day, and she was down, but he wasn't down. I kept telling him, saying, "Listen, you can like her and everything, but don't fall in love with her because she's not the type of person who wants You can love her and everything, but you don't have what it takes to keep her with only you. Hey, Law, if you was in a house, and so he got mad, and so I just broke it down to him. I said, "Listen, the thing is, you think you're a player. You are not a player. Okay, you're not a player. You don't know what's going on, and you're just getting used." And I said, for her to have another person in her house and you get upset, why are you getting upset? That's her house. Are you paying her bills? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? He said, no. And then I said, well, you have to understand that maybe think something like maybe she doesn't love you, or you are playing a game at a level that you shouldn't be at, you know. And you know how some people get them cheat sheets and they get hired and they end up can't pass so far until their skills get up to that level and stuff, or they whatever, something like that. And so when I was talking to him, the couple next door uh, that was in the next booth or table, they were listening. And the guy, he was mad because basically what I was doing was I was spitting game about women and what they do to guys. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay. But you they can hear you. They can't hear you. I can hear you. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm talking to them. Can I just tell you what you asked me? Is it cool? So they can be. Uh, okay. Okay. This is my homie. His name is Robert. Roberto. He's from Watts. And so, uh, huh? Yeah. Okay, Roberto. And he asked me a question about how far am I from Yokohama. I think it should be about a 7 hour drive. Yeah. Why? What's up? Uh huh. Right. Wait. Can I put you on audio? It's nothing personal, is it? Uh, is it okay if I put on where they can hear you? Because it's all pretty much funny. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, let me turn this. Wait, hold on. Okay. iPad. Can you hear me? Okay. You guys get to hear this conversation. Okay, so what did you say again?
Yeah, I was at Yokohama for my family. So, and then also actually the weather between like Tokyo and because I know it's snowing there or something, right? And then um, Yokohama may not be snowing, but it has like cold air, a cold temperature. So
Um, if you don't like cold weather, then you can do two things. You can
I
come.
I can I can deal with it,
Uh huh.
but when you're because we both went to service, so you probably went to the snow. I did my basic training in the winter, so
Ah.
January. So
Uh huh.
yeah, so I'm used to it. But and then I was living in Bakersfield, so it was really cold. It snowed like one time, but
Okay.
yeah, I like cold air is okay. I'd still like to be able to walk around and meet people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Um.
don't want to put in no chains on the tire and all that type of stuff.
Right. Well, the chains are only if you're going to, unless it snows really bad in the city,
Yeah,
or you're driving through the mountains. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't need it. And if you're in
right.
Tokyo, you can always catch the public transportation. The trains, they're
Oh,
pretty
okay,
good. And
okay,
Yokohama has it also. So if the
right.
problem is the weather, so it just depends, how we discussing, if you get a business where you're not always, where you don't have to be stationary,
Okay.
then you can always have a place down south, like in Osaka where it's warm.
Yeah,
And then,
Osaka. Yeah, that was like my first place, my dream place.
yeah, you can get a place in both. One place up in Tokyo, Yokohama,
Oh wow.
and
Yeah,
then one in
yeah. So
Osaka.
Yeah, so that would be nice to be able to like have a place and then be able to move around Japan, doing business, and then every now and then come back home and then back out again, going down to like Hokkaido, wherever,
Yeah.
traveling around doing business.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I see myself doing something like that. Yeah.
yeah, because you can in Tokyo, if you don't go into the city, well, Tokyo, there's no such thing as a Tokyo city. All of that, they got those whatever. But when you go up into Tokyo, you
Hmm.
can go to the cheap places, get you a nice apartment for like $300-400. I'm sure they got some cheap ones. Just some place where you could just sleep, relax. You still, it's still an apartment. It's not like a one room bedroom. I'm sure they got places where you can do that outside the city, maybe 30-minute drive or whatever. They got them all over.
Oh
And
wow.
then
Okay.
I'm sure they
That's
do.
cool.
Yeah, and even if that's not, if that's too much, you can always rent Airbnbs, you know, and it might even be the same price. You know what I'm saying? Just depending
Really?
on the
But
area.
yeah, what is the protocol for that, Ralph? Like if you want to have friends over or a friend over, not friends, but like if you need company, could discuss something. Somebody comes over, they've traveled far, you
Hmm.
know, they've traveled hours, and it's not like they can go and get her. They might have to sleep over. Do they? Do they need you to? Do you need permission or what? Or how does that work?
I don't know, but I don't think it should be a big problem.
Mm,
But like I said, if you don't want to like maintain an
permanent
apartment.
residence.
Yeah. Well, not a permanent address. You got to have a permanent address somewhere. But
Yeah,
like
of
if you
course.
don't want to maintain two separate places where you're locked in because of, well, you can do this monthly, but it just depends. So let's say like if you're in Osaka for like 6 months and then you're in Tokyo for like 3 months and then Yokohama for 3 months, then you can decide where you want to get the apartment in maybe Yokohama, because Yokohama might be a little cheaper, or Yokosuka, or wherever they got cheap apartments and stuff. And then you just have
Yeah,
to do that travel.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you have to think about.
Yeah, that's cool. And I also want to go to. I know that Ibaraki
Hmm.
prefectures, right?
Uh
It's
huh.
not too far from Tokyo, and
Sorry
there
about
was a
that.
lady.
Uh huh.
She was trying to discourage me, like, why? She was like, why do you want to go there? And I'm like, I want to see all of Japan. I said I was here before, but I didn't get a chance because my job was such a lot of uh, paperwork, and then I was like an assistant to a chaplain. He's a person that goes out and he does like he prays for people, he deals with their issues and beliefs and faith stuff. He has
Uh
to
huh.
be even though he may be a Christian,
Uh huh.
he's still like trained in other religious teachings and stuff.
Uh huh.
So he can't be political. He has to still like see you. He's like a therapist, psychologist. He's like a priest at the same time too.
Right.
So so I didn't get a lot of R&R when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I really like being there. So it's like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I'm ready to do it this right this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like I said, when you come out here, you just got to fix a permanent place. Because if you're making money, then you can always or
Hmm.
take a catch a plane, or what is that thing called? Take the train or drive. I think the plane is easier, and then the money that you spend, you can always write that off on your taxes. So it's pretty much, you just flying for
Really?
free. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, once you do everything I do, I write all that stuff off. So you know, so that's the benefit of having a business out here. So,
Well, you're gonna have to show me how to do that because I'm not experienced in doing that. So,
oh yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah.
And if your business get really big, then you just get an accountant, because once you make
Okay.
over a certain amount, then you need an accountant to do it and
Oh, all
stuff.
right.
So unless you know how to do it, but just
Yeah, of
practice.
course.
Yeah.
Um, and I was gonna ask you about coats. Coats.
Coats?
Like, coats? Like, does it have to have fur inside? You know,
No, it's like
because I know the military, they give us like a coat and it's like wool,
uh-huh.
and then they give you another one that's like flannel, but then it has like a liner inside. Like it's how do you say water resistant on the outside.
Uh-huh.
Then it has like a little flannel wool or something, and then you have another wool coat over.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Just get you one of those jackets them bros be wearing in New York, or Canada in
Okay.
the winter. I think that'll be good enough. You might want to get a sweater or something that might have a turtleneck, some
Yeah.
gloves and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. So, but I wouldn't. I don't know how. I don't know what the winter is up there. I know in Osaka it's not that cold. Out here it's not that
Right.
cold. So
Yeah, it doesn't change too much. It's more like it's more of a stable weather, right? Or not too much change.
it gets cold, but
Right.
it just depends. Like me, I just have a one of those down jackets, and I might have a couple of one sweater on, and maybe a jacket that doesn't um, allow the wind to blow through it. And I always wear my tennis shoes, and I wear ankle high socks all year
Wow.
round. So so I guess it doesn't get that cold, but you know, yeah. Don't worry about it, but yeah, before you come out here, get a jacket, a winter jacket from the States, because I don't know if they're gonna have your size out here, and a lot of people have to order stuff. So
Right. Right. I'll definitely do that. And I got boots, but I'll buy another pair, like a brand new pair.
yeah.
But they're the kind that they go with jeans. They go with like everything, pretty much.
Oh, you mean like those stylish black boots or something like that?
Yeah, they can go with. They're water resistant, but they can also go with like a suit or with jeans. Either one. They're
Okay.
they're kind of flexible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to get
Yeah.
some shoes like those Timberland kind of shoes too.
Ah.
Yeah, and get some of those. Just for a change of style and stuff, because you wanna. I mean, I think it would be better to dress just different kind of styles, winter and all of that stuff. And what I'm saying, why I'm saying getting the shoes, because what's up? What's that? HNY. Somebody's HM. What's HNY? New
I
York.
don't know, but I know
Okay.
HNIC is.
Okay.
That's head Negro
Happy New
charge.
Year. Okay. Happy
Right.
New
So
Year.
it might be something close to
Jason. Right now, Jason, you guys, I'm talking to my friend from LA, and you guys are listening. If you guys want to ask him questions, that's fine too. He used to be out here, like he said, in the military, and me and him talk a lot, about Japan, and he knows a lot about Japanese women too. So if you guys have any questions, are you by your computer?
that. No.
Oh, where you at? Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at home.
You should go on the, huh?
What is that?
No, I was gonna say just go to your YouTube, because I'm live right now.
Oh, you're live streaming. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
and yeah, that's why I asked, can they listen? And then you go on the live streaming, and they might have questions for you, and then you can answer because they can hear you.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'll fire it up right now.
Okay. But yeah, basically, you should bring a lot of. How long did your friend live in Japan for? How long did you live out here for? Somebody's asking.
About 2 years, but I was like a clerk, so I didn't do a lot of R&R.
Ah.
Not too much.
Okay. Did you hear him? Hold on. Jordan, did you hear what he said? He gave an answer. Were you able to hear him? Hello, Jordan. Oh, were you able to hear him? I think that maybe
Can
they
you hear
heard
me?
you. Yeah, I think so. He said thank you, so maybe he heard
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I just want to say that I also realized too that
Okay, great.
I wasn't
He said
afraid
he
to
heard you.
approach women, but
Uh-huh.
there was just the rejection part I had to to accept. And then that's, for some people it's easy. For some people it's medium. It's average. It doesn't matter. It's kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get over that, and
Mm-hmm.
I realized that the better a woman dressed, the more attention she actually wants. I could say she wants more attention, but depending on the person, the man, the guy, the boy, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
he may be intimidated by the way the woman looks or dresses, but that's just a shell.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be intimidated by that, and it's kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of stupid, like on a man's part,
Mm-hmm.
because he psychologizes himself out of actually winning. And when I say winning, I mean actually accomplishing his goal, instead of, because he gets so caught up in, oh wow, she's so beautiful, look how she's dressed, and he lets that intimidate him. Some guys, they don't care. They're like, I don't care. I'm just gonna come, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't always have that confidence. But now that I understand it logically,
Mm-hmm.
and then the stuff that I went through is somewhat. But everybody learns at different levels, different stages. You learn when you're ready to learn.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah. So I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying it took me some time. That's all I'm saying. And I was slow. Yeah.
That's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's no biggie. I mean, you still had your fun,
Oh yeah.
while you were learning. It's better than some guys, because some guys, they learn and don't even get to enjoy,
Yeah.
don't they get to enjoy much. Oh, wait, hold on. I learned, he said, I learned from my dad how to Mac. He had a zero fear, he had zero fear. Zero fear. And that's from
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. That's a good thing.
Jason Steffens. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I know. I'm sure there were some women who I was kind of intimidated, I guess, to talk to, but I think that was more or less because it's like if I go to a club, it happens a couple of times, because I'm not perfect. But when I go to a club and I create a scenario, and the scenario is and the result of the scenario is rejection, and so then I'm saying like, well, should I do this? Should I do that? And it's a wait. I think he hears what you're saying. He said, Jordan says I think I have to agree with that. Learn so many things later on in life I should have learned earlier. He says, what are your thoughts on buying a woman a drink to start a conversation? Are you asking me or are you asking him? I think they got questions for you, maybe. Did you fire it up, the online thing? Robert.
Yeah, I'm my computer a little slow. Okay, so let me get in here.
But I got something that's it's funny. Because when people say that, it's good that he says, what are your thoughts on buying a woman a drink to start a conversation? But think about what you said, Jason. Oh, so he said he's asking both of us. It's funny because in order to buy a woman a drink, you have to start the conversation of asking her, can you buy a drink? Or offer her a drink before you get the drink. So buying a woman a drink to start a conversation doesn't make any sense because you already started the conversation before you buy a drink. But if you say, is it okay to start a conversation and then as you're doing the conversation, buy her a drink, that's fine. And I'm sure your father told you there's no rules to the game. It really aren't any rules, but there's a smart way to do things, and there's a not so smart way to do things.
Right, I
And
see you now.
okay. So yeah, so he's Roberto. He's on. Uh, so they want to know what's your thought on buying a woman a drink to start a conversation.
I think it depends on
You
what.
talk. I gotta get some water. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. Well, I just think that it depends on the situation and what are you trying to accomplish. If you're just trying to, the end goal, of course, is what it is. But if you just met the girl, then it depends on, okay, if you buy her a drink, okay, and then she decides, hey, thank you for the drink, and then she takes off, are you going to be cool with that, you know? Or you can be like, hey, I bought you a drink, why don't you kick it with me, why don't you stay here with me? Of course, you know, a woman is free to do whatever she wants, so, and then you end up having to, of course, speak to her, mac to her, or whatever, to keep her there, or to dance, whatever you have to do, but to be natural. This has to be natural. Everything has to be natural. It can't be, you're doing it to go to the next step, because you got to let it happen on its own. You got to be in the moment. You know, it's like when you're playing basketball, you got to be in the moment. You can't think about the moves like jazz, right? Like I'm a bossa nova jazz guitarist, you know, and music and sports, martial arts is pretty much the same thing. You have to be in the moment, and if you're thinking about yourself or the move, you're gonna fail. You have to just be in the moment. So that's better, you know. So don't overthink it. If she says thank you but no thank you, she probably won't. Just yeah, I don't think it's gonna harm you. But I think if you overthink it and if you build up a lot of energy, because women are, I don't want to say that they're like animals, but we're all like animals because we're humans. We're you know, we have a reptilian brain, right? Especially when we make love. So we're like animals. Okay, we just have to face it. So women, in a sense, are like cats. If you put the string in front of the cat jumps at the string sometimes. But then if the cat knows that you're going to do that, the cat doesn't respond. The cat's like, I'm bored. I don't want that. I'm going to go over here and do something else. So you have to be the guy. Yeah, women can feel your energy. So when you do something, it has to be authentic. It can't be like, I'm doing this because I'm trying to get you to my house in the next 20 minutes. Even though you're not saying that, they can feel that. They can feel that energy, and then they're turned off by it. And that makes them, and they might like you, but they're like, oh, he's trying to come at me like that. Oh man, I thought he was a nice guy. Women don't want to know that you're trying to do that. They want you to do it without them knowing. They want to kind of be like swept up in it without actually knowing, because that kills the romance part of it, the fantasy part of it. You guys understand that part? Yeah. So women are very emotional, and if they feel that something, like if they can see through something totally, they're they're gonna be bored with that. So that's why they leave. That's why they go to another guy in the club and they drink your drink and go thank you. I mean, I've done like that a lot. Like my whole life, I was always good at fighting. When I say fighting, I mean I had to go to school in Texas. I was always good at boxing, whatever, martial arts, judo, all that. But I always had this fear of women. You know, anything else, I wasn't afraid. So I just started thinking, man, well, I'm good at judo, but I'm not when it deals with these women. So I had to calm myself down and realize, you know, it's all in my head, and it's me. It's not the women. I mean, 'cause the woman's going to do whatever she wants. It's me that determines what happens. But the woman knows who she wants to go home with. I got a friend, Lee. He's like 325 pounds, and he's like, Rob. He's like, women already know if they want to sleep with you in the first 3 or 5 seconds. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And I'm thinking, like, how do you know? He's like, I know. And believe me, this guy, he's a Mac for real. I mean, you think no trip guilty, and he don't have no money and all that stuff. I mean, he's a truck job. He's got an average job. He's got a middle class job. But he knows women really well. And I'm thinking, like, how do you know women really well? I hardly even see you with women. And he just laughed. He's like, bro, he said, I'm out in these streets every day, driving the truck, and I meet women all the time. So he's going to New York, he's going to Canada, he's meeting every black, brown, red, yellow, everything. So it's like, wow. So just being a truck driver, he just, he began to understand women.
Let's see.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so I just hope that I've helped the brothers,
Both. Okay, overthinking.
Yeah.
He says, can you read his comments?
I can read some of them. He says, women are energy detectors for real. That's what I see. At Lebanon says, happy New Year's is still 31st year. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta relocate. Because my wife's about to go to sleep.
Okay.
Wait, I'm just moving. Going downstairs. Good insight. Oh, you said good insight. I didn't even hear what you said.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jason. I hope that helped you. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm going to have to go because I have to do some things. But
okay.
Much luck to all you guys. Hope to see you guys soon in Japan because I'm coming.
Okay.
All right?
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Okay,
take care. All right, all the time.
God bless
Peace.
everybody.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
May all your success become true, and keep working on whatever you're working on. Don't give up. Remember that you can't quit because this is life, You never quit. You never give up. You just start from where you are and build yourself again. Okay, guys. Peace. God bless. Happy New Year 2021, and hope to see you guys soon. Peace. I'm out.
All right, cool. Peace. Yeah, I'm going to have to go too. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go too because I don't know, what time is it? It's 3, almost 4 in the morning. So it was fun. Thanks for everyone for viewing. It's always appreciate. I'm always happy and appreciate your all you guys, and you have fun. And I'll try to. I'm gonna try to start doing this. I'm thinking about maybe every night if I can, at what's that thing called? At 10 o'clock at night. Cause yeah. So anyway, yeah. Thank you. I will sleep well. Okay, and peace. I hope to get there next year. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, when you get here, let me know. Okay, all right, I'm out. Thank you. Bye.